Ilya Bryzgalov's ninth straight start is one of many subplots tonight, but the headline story involves new company for the jerseys of Flyer legends in the Wells Fargo Center. Mr. Hockey is in the house, and his son's big night is underway as Mark Howe's number 2 is retired tonight in what promises to be a very special evening. Deuces were wild for the Flyers during their pregame skate. Yeah, each and every current Flyer wearing the number 2 in honor of a guy who tonight will be the focus of the attention. Mark Howe gets his number 2 retired. This is the 5th Flyers number to be retired in 4.5 decades of this franchise's history as the Flyers live hit the ice. They will take on the Detroit Red Wings in what should be a heck of a hockey game, but first, what should be a heck of a ceremony as Mark Howe gets his number 2 set to the rafters. We said the Flyers and Red Wings playing tonight, and you look at these standings. Of course, each and every game important at this point. And for the Flyers, a couple of wins in a row for the first time since January, and they sit right in the middle of the Eastern Conference playoff pack. They still have their sights set on Pittsburgh and possibly getting into that home ice advantage in the first round as they trail the Penguins by 4 points with a game in hand. So it should be very interesting to see how it all shakes out. The Red Wings, of course, top team in the West. Both teams a little banged up right now, but still should be a great hockey game. But first, as I said, the ceremony. As Mark Howe's number 2 goes to the rafters, Lou Nolan is the public address announcer. He'll handle the ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Wells Fargo Center. I'm glad you're here with us tonight. My name is Lou Nolan, and I am proud to be your host tonight. We're not only raising a jersey number to the rafters, but we're celebrating the career of a man who defines the word class. Born into a family as synonymous to the game of hockey as the Stanley Cup, Mark Howe made his own history not only as a stellar defenseman with a wicked wrist shot, but as a man whose love of the game and love of his family were unmatched. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to welcome you to Mark Howe's jersey retirement.
From the moment he was born, Mark Howe has been surrounded by hockey greatness. Mark grew up learning hockey from one of the best to ever play the game, Mr. Hockey, his father, Gordy, and one of the best to ever support and promote the game, Mrs. Hockey, his mother, Colleen. Playing with the challenge of living up to the expectations that go along with wearing the name Howe on the back of your jersey, it wasn't long before Mark was creating greatness of his own. Mark started his career as a forward. At age 15, he led the Southern Ontario Junior Hockey League in scoring, putting up 107 points in just 44 games for the Detroit Junior Red Wings, a team his mother Colleen founded. He was also named league MVP and led the team to a Tier 2 Junior A championship. At age 16, he was selected to represent the United States at the 1972 Winter Olympics, where he was the youngest player in the entire tournament and won a silver medal. The following year, he joined the Toronto Marbles of the OHL, where he scored 104 points, leading the team to the Memorial Cup and was named Memorial Cup MVP. In 1973, Mark experienced the ultimate hockey dream, getting to play in the same team and the same line as his legendary father Gordy and his brother Marty. The trio led the Houston Aeros to 2 WHA titles. During his first season with the Aeros, Mark was named a second-team All-Star and Rookie of the Year. Mark also played alongside his father for Team Canada in the 1974 Summit Series, where he recorded 6 points during the series versus the Soviets. But it was a position change in Howe's last season with Houston that would alter his career forever as he began to play defense. The move to the blue line showed off Mark's versatility as a player. His speed and puck-moving ability instantly improved any team's transition game, and his intelligence for the sport stood out every time he quarterbacked a power play. The Howe trio moved to New England in 1977. That is where Mark would make the transition to the NHL as a result of the WHA-NHL merger. Howe's blue line dominance started quickly as he scored 80 points in his very first NHL season. A career-threatening injury left the Hartford Whalers looking for trade partners for Mark. That's when Flyers general manager Keith Allen stepped in and gave up 2 players and 2 draft picks to bring Howe to Philadelphia, where he truly began to carve out his Hall of Fame career. Howe would spend 10 seasons with the Flyers. what a remarkable decade it was. From the moment he first put on his orange and black number 2 sweater, he was the backbone of one of the NHL's best defensive teams in the 80s. In his first season with the Flyers, Mark was named an All-Star, scoring 20 goals, and was a finalist for the Norris Trophy as the NHL's best defenseman. It is the 1985-86 season that showcased Howe's Hall of Fame talents better than any other. Playing alongside his longtime defense partner Brad McCrimmon, Mark would have one of the best seasons ever for any NHL defenseman. He set Flyers single-season scoring records for goals and points by a defenseman. 7 of his goals came while the team was shorthanded. He was again a finalist for the Norris Trophy, and perhaps most remarkably set a franchise record with a plus 85 rating, the 8th best single-season performance in NHL history. Add one of the most lethal wrist shots in hockey with Mark's precision passing ability, and you get the most prolific scoring defenseman in Flyers history. He was the Orange and Black's all-time leader in all 3 major scoring categories for defensemen: goals, assists, and points. He's 14th on the club's all-time scoring list and ranks 4th overall in shorthanded goals. When writing the Flyers history book of the 1980s, Mark would be the leading character. A 4-time recipient of the Barry Ashby Trophy as the Flyers' best defenseman, he was also voted team MVP, winning the Bobby Clarke Trophy in 1983. He led the Flyers to 2 Stanley Cup Finals appearances, was a 3-time Norris Trophy finalist, and appeared in 3 NHL All-Star games. His talent at both ends of the ice, while invaluable to his Flyer coaches and teammates, gave opponent coaches fits. In a clutch moment late in the game, whether you were looking to protect a lead or tie a game up, Mark Howe was the man you wanted on the ice. In 1992, Mark lived out yet another childhood dream and played for his father's former team, the Detroit Red Wings. He spent 3 seasons in Detroit, again reaching the Stanley Cup Final in 1995, his final season as a player. Howe was elected into the Flyers Hall of Fame in 2001, the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame in 2003, and in 2011 became the first Flyers defenseman ever inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. Tonight we raise his orange and black number 2 jersey to the rafters. We recognize one of the most versatile two-way players in Flyers history, a leader who fought back from injury and embodies the team's never-say-die attitude, a man who played with unsurpassed skill and intelligence, who through it all defined the meaning of class. Mark Howe is forever a Flyer.
At this time, we'd like to introduce some very special people who Mark has invited to be with him for this occasion. First to the ice, please welcome Mark's oldest brother, Dr. Murray Howe. Please welcome former NHL defenseman, teammate, and most importantly, older brother, Marty Howe, accompanied by his wife, Mary. Please welcome Mark's children, son Travis and wife Christine, daughter Asia, with husband Josh Saubers, and Mark's granddaughter Ella. It would be an injustice if we didn't mention one of the most influential people in Mark's life. Mark's late mother, Colleen, otherwise known as Mrs. Hockey, was a pioneer hockey wife and hockey mom, devoted to the betterment of the game. We know her spirit is here with us tonight, and her contributions to the game we all love so much will never be forgotten. Most fathers encourage their children to be the best they can. However, our next guest was able to lead Mark in hockey and in life by example. Escorted to the ice by Mark's youngest son, Nolan, please welcome one of the greatest hockey players ever to pick up a stick, Hockey Hall of Famer and 4-time Stanley Cup winner, Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe. During Mark's induction speech to the illustrious Hockey Hall of Fame, he said that when Keith Allen and Mr. Snyder brought him to Philadelphia in 1982, it was as if he was born to be a Flyer. Mark had the best years of his career on our famed spectrum, and after tonight, Mark Howe will forever be a Flyer.
Mark Howe, just a chip off the old block.
Smooth skating defenseman for the Flyers.
Mark Howe, very dangerous.
I whisper in your ear the words you want to hear. You feel the wind and it reminds you. It happens every time you stop and close your eyes. You can't deny what lives inside you. Well, I know it's hard to see, but what is meant to be when yesterday is so far behind you? Deep inside your soul, no, I'm always there. You made me believe the day you surrender to me. The memory will never die. The love that you gave, I'll never throw it away. The memory will never die. Whenever you wake up, remember you gave up all that you had for nothing at all. The bed that you lay in, remember you made it, and nobody's there to catch you when you fall.
Cross for Howe, closes. Left side, score!
Back pass. Howe, he shoots. He scores. And this game is over. Got a man up the middle. Howe, he's in. Shoots. Score.
And here comes Howe with a drive. He scores!
In front there's Howe. Shot. Score. Look at this big shot. This man can shoot a puck. On comes Howe. Left circle. Wrist shot. Score.
Made me believe the day you surrender to me. The memory will never die.
The orange and black will be a part of me forever.
Mark Howe. To commemorate this evening, please welcome Henrik Zetterberg, who will present a gift to Mark on behalf of the Detroit Red Wings. The dedication Mark had to the game and his will to win paved the way for future members of our team. Please welcome Flyers forward Claude Giroux, who will now present Mark with a Breitling watch on behalf of the Flyers players. Mark played the game with the intensity and character of a champion. He wore the Flyers emblem with pride and is being rewarded tonight by being only the 5th number in Flyers franchise history to be retired. Please welcome a man who played both with and coached Mark with the Flyers, Flyers General Manager Paul Holmgren, who will present Mark and his family with a 7-day all-expense-paid vacation to the beautiful Barcelo Lo Palace Deluxe Resort in Los Cabos, Mexico, on behalf of the Flyers organization. Thanks, Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I give you number 2, a Flyer forever, Mr. Mark Howe.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gotta love it, gotta love it. I stand before you today, a proud yet humbled man. I'm being honored tonight in the presence of the 2 teams that have been a part of my life for the past 30 years. In Detroit, I had the opportunity to play with the great Nick Lidstrom. I got to wear the uniform my dad proudly wore for 25 years. And I've had the opportunity to work for Mike and Marion Illich. Their passion for hockey and their compassion for those who have worn a Red Wing uniform is second to none. I am, however, being honored here today for wearing my number 2 as a Philadelphia Flyer. As I reflect upon those days, the passion for hockey and compassion for those who wore a Flyers uniform was equally displayed by Mr. Ed Snyder. It was truly the Flyers family. As I said in my Hall of Fame induction speech in November, when I first came to Philadelphia back in 1982, it was as if I was born to be a Flyer. The orange and black began to flow through my veins and instantly consume my heart. The memories of playing for the Flyers will be a part of me forever. I had the opportunity to play and learn from Bill Barber and Bobby Clark. They passed on to me the expectations that came with wearing a Flyers uniform. Throughout my 10 years, I had the privilege of playing alongside so many gifted players and an incredible staff. Pat Croce, Ed Van Imp, KG, Mike, Sudsy, Kurt, the medical staff, Gene Hart, Dave Poulin, Prop and Kerr, Hexy, Pelly, Brownie, Chief, Homer, Ilka, Talk, Ronnie Rich, Shell, Brad Marsh, Cross, and my dear partner, the Beast. These people and many others contributed so much to this tremendous individual honor of having my number 2 jersey hung in the rafters alongside Bernie Perrant, Barry Ashby, Bill Barber, and Bobby Clark. Our teams from the mid-'80s will always have a special bond because of the work ethic and commitment we made to each other. I am blessed to have my family by my side and share in this joyous event. My dad, my brother, Marty and Mary, Murray, Sharon, Travis, and Christine, Asia, Josh, and beautiful little Ella, and Nolan. I know my mother is looking after me from above. I'm incredibly lucky to be able to call you all family. I love you all. I would like to applaud both the Red Wings and the Flyers organizations for doing all they have to financially help the families of those who lost their loved ones last September in a horrible plane crash. I would also like to thank the men and women who have served in our armed forces and made a night like this possible. Over the course of 10 years, I wore my number 2 jersey in front of a sold-out Spectrum crowd. Sometimes we succeeded, sometimes I failed. But you always stood by my side, and for that, I thank all of you, the fans. On December 31st, I had the opportunity to wear my number 2 Flyers jersey one last time at the Winter Classic in front of 46,000 passionate Flyers fans. The chills I got from hearing Lauren and Kate sing "God Bless America" and the thrill I got from scoring a penalty shot goal for my granddaughter Ella, they were incredible. To top that, I can only wish that the Red Wings and the Flyers meet here in June for Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. And lastly, to the fans of Philadelphia and the entire Flyers organization, it was my honor and my privilege to have represented your city and your team wearing number 2 jersey of the Philadelphia Flyers. Thank you.
Outstanding. At this time, the moment we have all been waiting for, we ask Mark and his family to walk to the banner, clip it to the line as we raise his number 2 to the rafters, never to be worn by a Flyers player again. Tonight for this special evening. Mark Howe is now a part of the special group of players bound to our organization and our city forever.
Classy ceremony, a 5th uniform number retired by the Flyers. It's been over 2 decades since a number has been raised to the rafters in South Philadelphia. Number 2, justifiably, goes right there. Tonight's Flyers Red Wings game is brought to you by Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you. By Bud Light, the sure side of a good time. Here we go. By Wells Fargo, when you're considering buying your first home, Wells Fargo is with you. Wells Fargo, together we go far. By your local Tri-State Toyota dealers. Go Flyers, go Toyota. Moving forward. And by Ruby Tuesday, serving our chef's finest with this free Create Your Own Garden Bar.
To flow through my veins and instantly consume my heart. The memories of playing for the Flyers will be a part of me.
The Droid Razor by Motorola. Now with amazing tools like the HD Station. Share your pictures. Stream HD videos and movies, all on your TV. Or connect your 4G LTE Droid Razor to the laptop and unleash its massive computing power. Even seamlessly video chat. All powered by the 4G LTE Droid Razor. Droid Razor by Motorola, just $199.99. And back for a limited time, get twice the data for the same low price. Verizon.
No success is overnight. It's about working harder and smarter. It's the culmination of a million decisions. It's where you see yourself going and how you choose to get there. The all-new 2013 GS. Our boldest response ever. There's no going back.
Seen the signs on the passers-by. Something's got to give. Can't be free, but it's good for me. But this good thing comes along, and I can't deny too long. I need you to save me. I need you to set me free.
Geico. Saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Flyers fans, take a shot at scoring a VIP Flyers experience when you buy Tasty Cake candy cakes at Wawa. Enter today at tastycake.com/FlyersVIP, exclusively at Wawa. Tasty Cake, proud partner of the Philadelphia Flyers.
Thursday night, watch the Flyers defend their rink against the Southeast Division powerhouse, the Florida Panthers. After the final horn, get expert analysis and player interviews on Flyers Postgame Live. Panthers at Flyers coverage begins with Flyers Pregame Live, Thursday night at 6:30 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Tonight's first period on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by your local Chevy dealers and by the Liberty Mutual Responsible Sports Program. Visit responsiblesports.com today to learn how your organization can earn a $2,500 grant. And so another uniform number has been raised to the rafters here in South Philadelphia, and now we get ready for some hockey. Flyers and the Red Wings. We're up inside our booth here, and Bill, a great ceremony, a classy ceremony for a classy guy.
Well, Mark Howe is finally getting the recognition that he deserves. I know Flyers fans and the Flyers organizations always knew what they had in Mark Howe, but the rest of the world of hockey, with his induction into the Hockey Hall of Fame, I mean, it was about time for that to happen. I still think, having played against Mark, having watched him, having called so many games that he played in, I still think he's underappreciated. I think he's that great. And that's not a comment on anybody as much as it is Mark Howe and the greatness that he brought to the ice surface every game.
Certainly within this last calendar year, though, going into the Hockey Hall of Fame and now having his jersey number retired here in Philadelphia, just due for him for sure.
Yep.
What a hockey game we have in store for you now. So you have the great ceremony, and now hockey game between the Flyers and Red Wings, two teams that, hey, they could be, as Mark said, meeting in June.
Well, if the Flyers get quality goaltending the way they have recently from Ilya Bryzgalov, I mean, you might just want to mark that on your calendar. And Bryzgalov is coming off of, I think, his strongest performance of the season, the shutout effort, and 34 saves in Washington. That was on the weekend, the 1-0 shutout. He is battling, he is working hard, he is doing so many things right at this juncture of the hockey season. So he is picking a perfect time to rounding his A game into shape.
And while you're on that subject, Bill, how about our Kia starting goaltenders here this evening?
Well, Joey McDonald's a bit of a surprise for Detroit, but that is because they're banged up there too. Jimmy Howard left the game on the weekend, and Joey McDonald will start for them. Bryzgalov is making his 9th consecutive start for the Flyers, and he has looked good in the process. Save percentage now over 900. The wins are there. The goals against average is coming down.
There's a look at McDonald, who filled in admirably for Howard to help the Red Wings get to that record-breaking home winning streak. On the road, they've been just a .500 team, and the Flyers hoping to take advantage of that here tonight. Red Wings in their road whites. Home orange jerseys for the Flyers. Flyers don number 2s. All of them in the warm-up. Now back to their jerseys for the hockey game as Nick Grossman goes back to play the puck, and an early icing against Detroit gives us a chance to look at the virtuous scratches and lengthy list for both clubs. You could field a pretty darn good hockey team, or ice a very good hockey team with the guys that are out with the injuries. There is a list of all of them. You got Lidstrom, Datsuk,
especially
Tiemann,
on the blue line.
Pronger,
right?
yeah, the blue line core. You're talking Pronger, Lidstrom, Tiemann, and you're talking some great players, all-star players, and they're all out. And go to csnphilly.com/virtual for exclusive videos, reports, and the latest news on injuries and recoveries. Shot that rattles wide off of that face-off, and we've got an early penalty here as the arm goes up. Chris Rooney and Ian Walsh are your officials, and the Flyers are going to get an early power play here as you look at the Red Wing combinations at the top of your screen.
And it's Nicholas Kronwall, who, without Lidstrom in the lineup, is a very important piece to the defense core puzzle for the Red Wings.
Well, that's going to be really interesting. I think you're going to see a lot of Kronwall and Stewart up against that Drew line tonight, Billy.
Yeah, I think that's a good bet.
Flyers win the draw. Giroux shot, save. McDonald rebound. Simmons, and McDonald able to pin that one to his body. And early chances on the power play. Simmons again doing his work right in that crease area.
And Scott Hartnell taking the faceoff here. He took the opening faceoff as well. Claude Giroux was on the left side. Wayne Simmons had the GPS set for the paint, went right there, knew the shot was going to get through.
And so the Flyers get the puck back and go to work again with this man advantage, courtesy of the Kronwall penalty. Simmons will turn the puck to Giroux, and out to Matt Carl. Carl for Jake Voracek, and right back to Carl. Center point, his wrist shot, and that one through sticks wide off the boards and glass. Will try to get control, but now it's the Red Wings getting to it, and Kyle Quincy will send it all the way down the ice. There are the numbers. The Flyers power play 6th ranked. They've only had 2 power plays in their last 2 games, as they haven't been allowing many power plays against, and they have not been seeing many power plays. The whistles have been pretty quiet in recent Flyers games.
Watch for the little wrinkle that the Flyers showed us on that last shot from the point. Matt Carl looked up, and Wayne Simmons had moved to about 5 feet beside the net instead of being right in front of the net.
Here's Claude Giroux with the puck. Just about halfway through the man advantage. Yager gets it back to Giroux. Giroux tried to center, went off his skate. Back out to Voracek, and now it's Giroux again. Holding on, his pass side of net. Reed back out to Giroux. And he'll be patient here. Didn't see a seam. Now he'll go back out. Carl did not make good on the one-timer. Then the shot by Voracek deflected wide. Back out it goes to Carl. 40 seconds on the man advantage. Drew a shot, and that one goes wide again. They were looking for redirect and didn't get it. Red Wings penalty kill has been very good over the last 11 games, well over 90%. But they have not been as good on the road this year as they have been at home. But then again, almost all of their numbers on the road pale in comparison to their numbers at home. They've been dominant on home ice, so-so on the road. 15 seconds remaining on this power play. Coburn finds Briere, and Danny Briere lost control, and that puck will be cleared by Brad Stewart all the way down, and that'll just about take care of the Philadelphia power play. Out of the box jumps Kronwall as Braden Coburn moves to center and turns the puck over as Darren Helm will get to it. He is quickly checked, and the speedy one will get the puck back to Stewart, and the Red Wings look to go to the attack. Helm couldn't handle that pass. Briere looking for Eric Wellwood. They failed to hook up, and now it's Johan Franzen the Moose putting the puck into the Philadelphia zone.
Or the Mule.
I call him, I don't know why Moose came to mind. As soon as I said it, I knew it was wrong. The Mule. And he's one of the top clutch performers in the NHL. We'll get to some of his numbers. They're incredible in terms of the playoff numbers of Johan Franzen. Here's Eric Wellwood around behind the Detroit net. Got it back out. Gustafsson shot there, and that one deflects off his stick, and then the safety netting.
Give us a chance to look at our Verizon wireless keys to this hockey game. Stay disciplined. You talked to JJ about the Flyers' discipline. They've only been shorthanded 14 times in the last 7 games, so stay out of the box. Keep it simple. If 2 of your good puck-moving defensemen are out, Mazaros and Timonen, just keep play simple coming up the ice, get pucks in deep, and as Peter Laviolette said, we want to bang bodies on Detroit on our forecheck in the offensive zone.
Red Wings gain control off of the face-off and clear it out to the neutral zone. Although Kabina will move it ahead, and that one redirected into the Detroit zone by Voracek. Stewart will drop it off to Cromwell. He's having an outstanding season, and he avoids Braden Shen, who went after him on the forecheck. Shen ended up crashing into the quarter boards. Cromwell can throw big hits, and evidently he can dodge them as well. Vina looking for Carl. Flyers, of course, with a reconfigured defense pairs due to the injuries to Kimmo Timonen and Andre Mazaros, both out indefinitely. Voracek revving it up to center ice. He's able to steer it deep into the Detroit zone. They'll battle there. The puck popping free as Ian White did a good job on Voracek, and the Red Wings move up, developing into a 3-on-2. Yuri Hudler with the pass to Filppula, cutting toward the slot. He'll then dish off to Henrik Zetterberg. A backhander, he scores! Oh, what a shot by Henrik Zetterberg, who got off to a slow start this year, but he's been heating up. And there's proof. The Red Wings take a 1-0 lead 4 minutes in.
Some people might look at this and say, come on, you got to stop this. Talking about Ilya Bryzgalov, I'm with you, JJ. What a shot. Right to the roof, under the crossbar, and the needle was threaded over the shoulder of Bryzgalov. Banked off of him and in, it looked like, but what a shot by Zetterberg. I'll give him tons of credit. That was a goal scorer and a playmaker's finish.
His 16th of the year. He now has 7 goals and 13 points. This is only his 9th game against the Flyers, but in the limited games against Philadelphia, Zetterberg has certainly been involved in a lot of offensive plays. Filppula and Hudler get the assist. 4 minutes in. So the Flyers, for the 10th time in their last 11 games, have yielded the game's first goal. Filppula turning with the puck here. And then he'll drop it down low, and there's Hudler trying to center. That one goes back out through center ice. Well, you can almost feel it through the neutral zone into the Flyers zone. The Red Wings were in one of those zones, and they can do that. Once they get control of that puck, they are such a puck possession team. Yeah, they can just dazzle.
They've been the gold standard for puck possession hockey in the NHL for at least a decade.
They do everything as 5. 5 coming up, 5 going back.
Right here, they get to the puck. Helm centers, and a shot blocked as they couldn't get that one through. And now a penalty coming up. Johnson's shot was blocked, but a penalty is called against Philadelphia, delayed. Janik getting the puck to Brendan Smith, the rookie, back to Janik. Janik all the way across ice, and that shot handled as unable to get much on it was Hudler. Bryzgalov made the save, and now a power play for Detroit.
So the Flyers trail 1-0, now have to kill a penalty. Henrik Zetterberg on this sharp angle shot. And I don't think a goalie feels that a player from that range and that angle can get as much on a high backhand shot. Bryzgalov had low, sealed off.
And now a test here as the Red Wings power play goes to work. Missing some key pieces, but it can still be dangerous. Fonzie gets the puck across to Ian White, who's having a tremendous season, his first with the Red Wings. Has it back, and now flips to Filppula. Now Zetterberg is shot, and that hit a body in front. Chance to clear here for Giroux, and he is on a second try, able to knock it past Zetterberg.
I think we can safely credit Nick Grossman with a block shot. A big one.
And he'll have many. He had 6 hits and 6 blocks in the win in Washington on Sunday. Here's Filppula getting the puck into the Philadelphia zone. Finds it across for Cromwell. His pass all the way back across could not be handled by Fonzie. Chance to clear for Talbot anywhere. 50 seconds into the Detroit power play. The Red Wings in the middle of the pack for the season with a man advantage and struggling of late. 3 for 30 over the last 9. Darren Helm speeds into the Philadelphia zone, drops it back for Holmstrom. He is checked, and Couturier will butt it ahead, hoping for Reed. Reed trying to go wide on Quincy. He's knocked down and into the boards awkwardly, and he's a little shaken up. Yeah, Reed is going to try to get to the Philadelphia bench. Crowd not happy as Helm penetrates the Philadelphia zone. Gets it back out. Smith now to Helm. Helm dropping it off. Hudler getting it back out now to Smith. Back to Hudler. His pass there is intercepted by Couturier, looking to spring Eric Wellwood. Wellwood a burst of speed, battling a bouncing puck. He's got it now. The backhander denied by McDonald.
Gosh, if the puck doesn't jump over his stick, he's in cold.
Eric Wellwood celebrating his 22nd birthday today. He would have loved to give himself a present right there, but Get that puck to settle down. Just an applicator into the Philadelphia zone. Back toward the point. It's knocked down. Didn't get there, and now they battle for it in the corner. 5 seconds remaining on the Lilia penalty. The Flyers to the puck, and Braden Coburn looks ahead. He'll clear that one down the ice. No icing as Lilia's out of the box. Flyers back to full strength. Still a 1-0 hockey game. 7.5 minutes into this first period. Glad you could join us on Comcast Sportsnet. Second meeting of the season. Red Wings beat the Flyers in Detroit earlier this year. Part of that long winning streak at home. Icing is the call here. Let's take a look at Reed again and see how he got dinged.
Right here, he just gets drilled right at the last second. Watch him as his body hits the board. You've got no control. It's either going to be a shoulder, it's going to be a knee. It's just a matter of being able to protect yourself. And he was very slow coming off and hurting.
Looked like Coates, he was making the choice to still try to play the puck. I thought he had time to get back up, but he tried to make a play on the puck, and that kind of crippled his chances of getting up.
Drew Miller's shot in the save made by Brizgalov. That might have been deflected on its way in. His advocator went to the net. Now it's Kabina off Simmons to Voracek. Voracek snapping that one into the Detroit zone. Briere trying to get in after that puck did keep it alive for Simmons. Wayne Simmons back out to the point. It got by Eric Gustafsson and down the ice. Brizgalov's going to come away out of his cage. Play it around past Lilia and all the way out to center ice. Now the Red Wings look to go right back in. Filppula is having a career season. All the way around behind the Philadelphia net. Out the other side and back to the point. Shot in wide, and that was kicked out of there. Lilia. And now the headmanning pass for Hartnell was broken up. Tiger trying to spring him, but it was knocked down. Zetterberg has it now. He has the only goal here early on. His pass deflected. Filppula nudges it along to Hoodler. He'll turn with it and fling it around behind the net. Zetterberg tracks it down in the corner. Through Filppula all the way out to Stewart. Stewart shot goes wide. Bounces all the way out to Yager, and he'll charge up with it. He's got Hartnell with him. And Schenn coming late. Yager erased by Kronwall. Not the first player to meet Kronwall and end up having that rush come to an end. He is an outstanding defenseman defending against the rush. Flyers get back to the puck in their own zone. Schenn ahead to Hartnell. Schenn out with Yager and Hartnell on this shift as the puck goes ahead. And now Mersak into the Philadelphia zone. Now Mersak will turn with it. Shuffled along behind the net. Pass for the former Penguin. Chris Connor is not handled, and the Flyers chop it out to the neutral zone. Racing for it is Ronaldo. Red Wings there first. Mersak then checked, and Couturier picks his pocket. Moves it across the line. Winds and fires. Saved by McDonald, and he gathers the rebound. So play is stopped. One of the best, Henrik Zetterberg, has gotten the Red Wings on the board.
Hey, could you hold that, please? All right. Here we go. Keep the change. Just over 9 minutes to go. Hello, elevator.
Me too.
It's the sure sign of a good time. The just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Apparently I didn't get the Thong Thursday memo.
If you want to see what's behind you or what's ahead of you, there's an Acadia for that. And if sitting in traffic isn't your thing, but a temperature-controlled seat is, well, there's an Acadia for that too. The 2012 Acadia Denali.
Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the Acadia Denali, or get $2,000 cash back.
I gotta get a guitar.
I found 12 musical instrument stores.
How do I play London Calling? Whole Lotta Love? A B minor ninth.
I found this for you.
Add migraine headache to my list of band names. Tell Julie and Kate our band is playing at the garage tonight.
Here's your message to Julie and Kate.
Call me Rock God.
From now on, I'll call you Rock God, okay?
1-0 Detroit leads Philadelphia. It's Mark Howe night, so it's only fitting that our Geico quote is Mark Howe talking about his career. I know what I put into the game. That's what makes you feel good about yourself. Not somebody saying you were the best in the league. And you know what? That is absolutely Mark Howe. It's all about what he knows he did every night, putting on that uniform as a hockey player.
It sounds like that quote was in response to the fact that he was 3 times a runner-up for the Norris Trophy. Did not take home the trophy for the NHL's best defenseman, but there are those who will tell you throughout the 80s, if you take it as a whole decade, he might have been the best defenseman in the NHL. Well, here's a look at tonight's Ram trivia question of the game. You'll be interested in this, Coates. Which Flyer spent 5 seasons with the Red Wings? Andre Mazaros, Andreas Lalea, or Steve Coates? We'll give you the answer later on in the broadcast. Notice the emphasis, Coates.
Yeah, I got the emphasis. Claremont's already got the answer.
Well, we didn't say in what capacity. We're talking as a player, right?
By the way, people out there are going to say, who? Who's Claremont?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That was a nickname that I had.
You don't like that nickname? I always thought it was one of my favorite for you.
Well, certainly one of the favorites for Peter Laviolette would be his team getting off to a better start. We have talked about these numbers. They still have not led through the first 10 minutes of the game now in 21 straight as we've passed the 10-minute mark of this game here tonight. And once in 39 games. That's incredible. They did get the first goal down in Washington. Turned out to be the only goal in that game, but they're trying to get off to better starts. It's just not happening for them. Offside the call here at the Philadelphia line.
Well, I want to remind everybody as the Flyers march towards the playoffs, you can get a jump on next season. Just lock in your full or partial season ticket package now and get exclusive benefits, including discounts and box office pricing, flexible payment plans, access to special events. Just call 215-218-PUCK or visit PhiladelphiaFlyers.com. No time like the present.
By the way, speaking of Mark Howe, he will be our guest in the booth in the second period. We'll talk to him about this great night for him, his outstanding career, and talk a little hockey with number 2. Gustafson's pass knocked down. Flyers get it back. Here's Couturier. For Lilia. And from the red line, he'll wind it into the Detroit zone. Couturier goes and gets it. Down behind, hoping for Wellwood. Wellwood is tied up. And it's number 2 for the Red Wings coming away with it. 23-year-old Brendan Smith. Up from the minors due to all the injuries on the blue line for Detroit. That puck deflects off the stick and out of play. There's Smith. We passed the midpoint of period number 1. We'll be back.
So frustrating. It's like I'm talking to a wall. He never listens to a word I say.
You know who's a great listener, Mary? Uvo, the Kia Optima's voice-activated infotainment system. You just tell it what to do, and it listens. Uvo, play funk.
Get up to 20% off appliances and TVs at H.H. Gregg. Now that's madness. H.H. Gregg can help you watch the big games with big savings on HD TVs. 40-inch HD TVs from just $349. Plus, get slam dunk deals on appliances. Up to 20% off store-wide. A Samsung steam washer and dryer, $879 each. H.H. Gregg and hhgregg.com. We help.
Drive more, save more. Now get more miles for less at your Quality Plus Ford store. With the Ford Focus, save big with up to 40 miles per gallon. And right now, you'll save even more with $2,000 cash back. Or lease a new Focus for just $149 a month. That's right, $2,000 cash back. Or lease for just $149 a month. And with Focus, you can drive over 400 miles on one tank of gas. You want more miles for less? Get to your Quality Plus Ford store today.
Hi, Mark. It's a great evening tonight, and we're retiring your number along with the other Flyer greats, and I can't think of a guy that's more deserving. I loved watching you play. You were smooth as silk. Never, ever made a mistake that I remember, and you're a Hall of Famer now, and now no one will ever wear your number as a Philadelphia Flyer. It's a great honor, and it's an honor for me to say congratulations, Mark. You're terrific.
Chairman Ed Snyder, by the way, that picture, the guy in the background was Brad McCrimmon, the beast, who Mark Howe referred to in his speech. And, of course, Brad perished in that terrible plane accident as that shot from Grossman goes off the glove of McDonald and then high up over the crossbar. And, boy, you know, Mark would have so loved to have Brad McCrimmon here to partake in the ceremonies here tonight. They were very tight when they were both with the Flyers. Inseparable is the word that came to mind, and what a defense pair they were.
And they had astronomical numbers, especially in plus minus. They just ate the league up in the middle 80s, Billy. Then they were just so much fun to watch.
They were fun to watch unless you were playing against them, Coachy, because they were just really hard to play against. I mean, Brad McCrimmon gave you everything you could ask for in a physical sense, and Mark Howe with his speed and his passing. It's no wonder they were astronomically rated plus minus wise every year.
1 year plus 85 for Mark Howe. That's just hard to even fathom.
Yeah.
And Carl out in front of his own net. And now Jágr pokes the puck ahead, but the Red Wings jump on it. Here's Hudler. Hudler dishing. Zetterberg's shot. That one denied at the side of the net. Bounces all the way back out to Ian White. White takes the puck back from Filppula. Across it goes. Quincy's shot goes wide and bounces all the way out to Filppula on the other side. Puck possession game here from the Red Wings. Zetterberg turning with it. Back to White. Bounces that one to the corner. Filppula goes and gets it. Gets it to Quincy for a shot that's cut off by Giroux and then banked ahead. Jágr's got it. Let's see if the Flyers can possess that puck for a while. Here's Jágr moving on up. Swings wide. Drops it to Giroux. All the way out to the point. Lilia firing it wide. Arnold jabbing it in front, but could not be knocked down by Giroux. Gustafsson long for Jágr, but it hops out of play, catching the safety netting, leading to the whistle. Comcast Sportsnet knows you just want to be a fan. We'll show it by visiting the CSN shop and pick up all your official sports gear. And get this, all orders over $75 shipped for free. So visit shop.csnphilly.com now. Great stuff available then. Get the free shipping.
Well, the Flyers haven't generated that much attack in the first period. If you're wondering why, they're going up against the 4th best defensive team in the NHL. It's one of the reasons that they have to get pucks in deep and really try to bang bodies and loosen Detroit up.
Home will get to this puck and sweep it around to the other side of the ice. Matt Reed back out on the ice, and he's scrambling for that puck there. Holmstrom comes up with it, the veteran. Now over 1,000 games under his belt at the NHL level. He spent probably about 80% of his time in the blue paint. Yeah. The puck bounces back out to Stewart. He keeps it in. Now he'll battle for the puck. Reed twisted to the other side of the ice, and Grossman will get to it.
And that was in the era when you paid a price in front.
Oh, yeah.
Defensemen don't, hack and whack you as much as they used to. They'd rather front you and just play the puck. Well, Holmstrom paid his price.
He did.
And he's playing on a line right now with a guy named Helm. You got to really pay attention to. Guys are rocket out there and constantly on the move, creating opportunities.
Puck comes back out to Smith for a shot, blocked by Simmons, stays in play, and the Flyers able to find it. Reed's pass is tipped by Briere, then tripped. No penalty. Oh, they missed one there.
Yep.
Briere absolutely got tripped. 19,000 plus referees in the stands saw it, but the two guys who count, Chris Rooney and Walsh, did not. The Flyers have the puck here. Voracek across for Lilia. And he will bounce one in wide of McDonald. Voracek got to it, got it into the slot, but it's poked away from Talbot. Kept in by Lilia. Floats one toward the net, but taken back by Detroit. And Smith is able to clear. Voracek couldn't get past Lilia. And now Max Talbot will pump it into the Detroit zone. We tick down towards 6 minutes remaining. Miscommunication. Flyers get to the puck, and they score! Voracek set it in front, and it ricocheted in. Talbot was there. I'm not sure if he touched it, but in it goes, and the game is tied at 1. Flyers scoring for a case of Tasty Cakes.
Wow, what a great job by Jake Voracek, and I'm not sure this puck got to Talbot. I think Brendan Smith, the way he threw his head in the air after the goal was scored, was indicating that it went off of him. We'll see, but great work by Voracek and Brendan Smith in trying to defend, either hit it in with his stick or his skate.
Now watch Janik. He's just playing his second game. Because of all the injuries, he doesn't go. Joey McDonald's going to lead the puck for him. When he left it, well, that allowed the Flyers to get to it first and have the opportunity to bring it out front.
Did appear in that last look as though it was off of Smith's skate. Talbot had him engaged, and probably the reason the puck went in the net. And Talbot was going to the net hard after Voracek hustled to recover that puck.
That was just a simple play. That's what the Flyers need to do. What they want to do is get pucks in deep with speed and then go and get it.
Unassisted tally for Voracek, his 12th of the year at 1350. And the Flyers have evened things. Kavina jabs it around to Carl. Carl with a pass, and Eric Wellwood will find Zach Rinaldo. Rinaldo makes the move. They say they're onside. Now he'll take the shot. It's blocked. Rinaldo after it in the circle, but he's kept away from it by Quincy, and the Red Wings move out with it. Over to Zetterberg. Zetterberg spins to the backhand, but this time Grossman gave him no room to shoot. But Zetterberg back after the puck. Showing persistence. Grossman riding him into the boards, and Jágr picks up the puck. Jaromir Jágr to the line. Swings to the right wing. Bodied by Stewart. Big, strong defenseman. His strength on display right there. Hartnell, though, gets the puck back. Finds Grossman. He'll wind. He'll fire. Save made by McDonald. He came way out to challenge. Jágr after the puck for Giroux. Back to the other side of the ice. Coburn surging in after it. He overskated, though, as he was checked in. Now Zetterberg able to lob it ahead in center ice. Flyers get it right back, and Giroux will swat it into the Detroit zone and then go after Smith. Piece of him on the forecheck, but the Red Wings have the puck. It's Zetterberg. Cross ice for Filppula. Turn back with it. Flyers have outshot the Red Wings 7-2. The Wings with just 2 shots. Lillian to Gustafsson. Simmons right back to Lillian. The Flyers will move up. Lillian's passed too far for Simmons. They wave off icing. Simmons will get to the puck anyhow. He's wrapped up behind the net. And now Helm will move the puck to Franzen and across the ice for Holmstrom. The red line off the glass and into the Philadelphia zone. Brizgalov could not knock it down. Gustafsson got it as far as Helm. Helm with the puck. And Helm takes a look. Across ice, off Briere. White still had a crack at it, but couldn't hang on. Now the defenseman all the way out toward the line with it to the backhand. That one blocked in front. And the Flyers have it, and Briere will tip it ahead to Simmons. Simmons from the red line will bank it in and head off on a change. Flyers after it again, and it's Briere sending it blindly out into the slot. No one home for Philadelphia. Abdelkader has it now. Voracek pounding him. The pass tipped by Stewart to Danny Cleary and Zetter, and right back to Quincy. Flyers persistent with their checking through the neutral zone. Red Wings do get it in, but then Carl turns it over to Abdelkader. He's right back to Carl, and he finds Voracek. And now Jake Voracek starts the Flyers up. The pass to Braden Shen. Shen up the middle. And across the line, dish to Voracek. Back in front off of Shen and then the glass. Stewart leaned on by Talbot. Conwall has the puck. For Drew Miller, younger brother of Ryan Miller, the Buffalo Sabres goaltender. He was stopped in center. Here is Stewart with it again. And he'll rip one into the Philadelphia zone. Coburn back to play it. He's checked. Ron Murzak still able to move the puck along. And the Flyers will move up. Couturier's pass tipped, but then gathered by Shen, who will softly play it deep into the Detroit zone. Smith bumped, but still able to control. Good work by the rookie defenseman there. And Chris Connor trying to clear. The puck went out of play. And we'll get a face-off. 1-1 in the first.
Critics are calling John Carter the first big blockbuster of the year. Go to youtube.com/John Carter to see an exclusive 10-minute scene. John Carter. Rated PG-13. In theaters and IMAX Friday. Go to youtube.com/John Carter today.
How do I get as close as I can to the game I love? With NHL Game Center Premium on Verizon 4G LTE. It streams the NBC national games and gives me on-demand replays and exclusive camera angles you can't get on TV. Now, if you'll excuse me. Shoot it!
Call Star NHL to get Verizon 4G LTE NHL Game Center Premium free, only on Verizon.
This is big. New Chicken McBites from McDonald's. Juicy, poppable premium chicken breast with home-style seasoning. But they're only here for a limited time. New Chicken McBites. The simple joy of really big fun.
Flyers fans, take a shot at scoring a VIP Flyers experience when you buy Tasty Cake candy cakes at Wawa. Enter today at tastycake.com/FlyersVIP, exclusively at Wawa. Tasty Cake, proud partner of the Philadelphia Flyers.
Our Audi Truth and Engineering play on the Flyers goal. Good job by Max Talbot. The arrows point to the direction that he wants to move the puck, and he does just that. He fights his way along. But when the play comes in deep, the Red Wings have a problem. Getting closed on from the front, getting closed on from the back. That's what happens when you have speed on the puck on the forecheck. Jake Voracek gets there first and decides, you know what, I'm just going to whip it out front. And boy, did he ever do a good job of that. It went in off Smith. But if you get the puck in deep and you have at least two men going with speed, you can generate attack just the way Voracek and Talbot did on that play.
Certainly with Jake Voracek, you notice his speed. Flat out fly and be, as Bill just pointed out, such a weapon. Just over 2 minutes remaining in this first period. Brad Stewart will fling into the Philadelphia zone. Coburn is back. That puck deflecting. Erskine's after it. Now Filppula knocked down by Giroux, and Braden Coburn to the puck. Move it ahead, but it does bounce past Cromwell. Racing for the puck is Giroux. He'll get to it. In on goal, Giroux! He scores! A dazzler! And the Flyers take a 2-1 lead. Giroux scores for a case of Tasty Cakes. That was sick.
This is Claude Giroux at his best. Roll tape on this, anybody, if you have capabilities, because this is how you do it. Fake the shot, freeze the goalie, and then you own him.
And on the way in, he had to get that puck flat. So he had the ability to be able to look up, get the puck flat, and then all of a sudden, that goaltender, Joey McDonald, he came out a little bit, and that played right into Giroux's hands. He came with a lot of speed, dropped the shoulder, went right by him.
When I say fake the shot, it doesn't have to be a big windup, just a twitch like you're going to shoot, and you freeze him.
Braden Coburn, the only assist on the 24th of the year for Claude Giroux. He ties a career high for points in one season. Only his second goal in the last 10 games. He's been piling up the assists here of late. Claude Giroux gives the Flyers the lead. Simmons got the puck into the Detroit zone. And here's Holmstrom. So the Red Wings get the first one, but the Flyers have the last two, and they have the lead. Similar scenario to the Flyers' last home game. And they gave up the first goal to the Islanders and then got two back before the period was over. So they're working their way toward better starts. Trying to at least get the lead at the end of the first period. Reed fires that one in. McDonald will glove it and hang on.
Well, Philly's new dining and entertainment district, Xfinity Live Philadelphia, opens Friday, March 30th. Wait till you see this place. Over a dozen bars, restaurants, tons of live entertainment. Xfinity Live Philadelphia. Going to take the South Philly Sports Complex way beyond game day. Win VIP access to the grand opening at XfinityLive.com or Facebook.com/XfinityLive.
Coates, we're going to get a tour of that, right? Thursday, Coates? Can't wait. There's Voracek centering for Shen. Save! McDonald. Rebound Talbot, and he swiped it wide. I'm not sure how it didn't go in. He had a lot of net to shoot at as Max Talbot tried to pick up the garbage in front. Flyers that close to a third first period goal. Stewart will bank it ahead, and it's tipped into the Philadelphia zone by Miller. Talbot.
And the last time that happened to Max Talbot, later in that game, he scored one.
That is correct.
Who was that against? I can't recall right now, but
was it on the road trip? Here's Voracek winding it in.
Was Winnipeg, wasn't it?
Indeed it was.
Yes.
First game on that trip. That trip sort of all holds together now. The 4-game trip, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary.
That's all those de-icings. They kind of they blind you.
First period comes to an end. The Flyers get goals from Jake Voracek and Claude Giroux counteracting Zetterberg's goal, and the Flyers have a 2-1 lead after 20 minutes of play. Tonight's Flyers Red Wings first period was brought to you by McDonald's. Get any size premium roast coffee for just 89 cents. McDonald's, I'm loving it. And by Kia Motors. Kia, the power to surprise. Downstairs we go. Coatesy chats with Claude Giroux.
Is it inspiring to have the ability to be able to sit and watch a guy like Mark Howe, who put so much in to the Philadelphia Flyers uniform and logo, to be able to see him honored like that before the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a motivation, and I've been able to be here for 4 years, and the Flyers are like a family, you know, and I had a chance to meet him a couple of times, and he's a great guy. So anytime you see one of the guys like that here watching a game, it's motivation to do good.
Your goal was absolutely spectacular. Sometimes I look at it and I see it's unfair when you're going one-on-one with a goalie. When did you make up your mind what you were going to do?
I was pretty open. There was no one behind me, so I thought I had a chance to make a move. So I just went backhand, and I was able to put it in.
Gee, thanks very much.
Thanks, Coates.
Claude Giroux, one of the scoring leaders in the NHL, adds to his total with a pretty goal here in the first. Michael Barkan, Rick Tocchet with our analysis. Perhaps some thoughts of Mark Howe after these messages.
How fast is your house? Get Xfinity, America's fastest internet provider according to PC Mag.
People everywhere are dropping everything to get to the Nissan Now sales event. Get great deals now. Lease Altima, just $179, or get 0% on Rogue. Visit ChooseNissan.com. Test drive at your local Nissan dealer. Event ends April 2nd. Do it now.
You see them every day, filling their time with empty tasks and outmoded displays of masculinity. They're adult men, and each one is precious. Fortunately, there's help. Right now, there's boys like me ready to be matched. Just waiting to share our wisdom and friendship as little brothers. If you're a man, please contact Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's not too late to help you.
At the Jeep Showcase event, it wouldn't be enough to tell you that we've been named the best 4x4 of the decade. We wouldn't be satisfied to just say that this is the most awarded SUV of all time, or that we never stop pushing boundaries. In this country, people deserve proof. So that's exactly what they'll get. Test the best at the Jeep Showcase event.
The time is now to secure your seats for the Flyers 2012 NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs. The best way to guarantee your playoff tickets is by locking in your club box seats today. Be close to the action and intensity of playoff hockey with a premium lower-level seat and special amenities, including a private bar, restrooms, wait service, and more. Get close to Flyers playoff action. Call 215-389-9500 or visit mypremiumtix.com.
This portion of Flyers Hockey on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Chevrolet and your local Chevy dealers.
First intermission, Flyers leading 2-1 after falling behind 1-0, 10th time in their last 11 games. That's occurred, but they bounced back, scored 2 straight, and they lead into the first intermission. Rick Tocchet, Michael Barkan up in our Comcast Sportsnet studio. We talked pregame about bounceability, about being able to come back, and that's what they've done so far, at least.
Well, they've done it all year. This team, you know, they'll get behind and they just keep coming back. And like I said, Mike, you want that trait going in the playoffs, and this team does supply it, and they do it today.
All right, take a look about the goal, the first goal of the game for the Flyers. Out front, here comes Jake Voracek right here. Looked like it went off Brendan Smith's skate.
Yeah, it was a miscommunication between the Detroit goalie and Smith here. But what I like about Voracek, he doesn't even think. He just does that wraparound. I love these wraparound goals because the goalies aren't ready for him, and it's you know, it's not the prettiest goal, but it's effective. And when you throw things in the net, good things happen.
Yep, and it does right there as the score is tied 1 apiece. And then right here, the Flyers in their own zone, they turn it over, and the breakaway by Claude Giroux.
You want your best player to have the breakaway, and your best player is Claude Giroux. And, you know, how many times have you seen this, Mike, on these breakaways? He fakes to go up top, and he goes to the backhand. You know, just a simple move, but, I mean, this guy seems to score these goals all the time.
So just like that, after falling behind 1-0, the Flyers take a 2-1 lead. We'll do this. We'll pause, and then when we return on the intermission report, we'll take a look at that 1-0 goal because it came right off of a Flyers power play, a failed power play opportunity. Can happen, says Talk. More when we continue.
Did you know?
Chapman sells Chevys.
Did you know?
Chapman sells Nissans.
Did you know?
Chapman sells Mazdas.
Did you know?
Chapman sells Lincoln.
Did you know?
Chapman sells Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram.
Did you know?
Chapman now sells Volkswagen. And the Chapman is the #1 volume Ford dealer again. And by now, we know that you know.
Now, more than ever, if our emblem is not on your new car or truck, you probably did pay too much.
What? You got a dog? Yeah, he's a rescue dog. Name's Wego. What kind of name is that? Call him. Here we go. No. Yep. Here we go. Here we go.
Thank you. Here we go.
It's the sure sign of a good time. Just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
The Ryans kids keep them pretty busy.
They're into all kinds of sports.
Well, they're really activity.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Planning for retirement didn't fit their busy schedule.
Leave it all on the field there, Peyton. They're mathletes and chess club.
So I had them talk with Wells Fargo advisors to create a game plan.
We discussed our goals and figured out some manageable steps.
And now we feel like we're in better shape for retirement.
Just in time for ballet season.
Yes!
Wells Fargo, with you when you're planning your retirement.
Turn left. The Passat is one of 9 Volkswagen models named a 2012 IIHS top safety pick. Not that we'd ever brag about it. Turn right. Come on. 9. Turn left. Hit the brakes. Huh. How'd that get there?
We can't hide how proud we are to have 9 2012 IIHS top safety picks. So we're celebrating with our Safety in Numbers event. That's the power of German engineering. Right now, lease the 2012 Passat for $219 a month.
It's time to cash in with the Power Play Payoff with the Flyers. Go to your local McDonald's for complete details. Enter by postcard or online at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com. During the Flyers telecast, when the Flyers go on a Power Play, we will draw a name. If the Flyers score, you'll win the cash of the Power Play Payoff jackpot as well as a gift certificate, Modell's Sporting Goods, a McDonald's Big Mac, and a Flyers media guide. All entries are eligible for the $2,500 grand prize drawing. So hurry and enter the McDonald's Power Play Payoff.
We will begin the second period in just a moment, but we continue our intermission report. Rick Tocchet alongside, and Toc, the Flyers get an early power play, 23 seconds in, it's unfulfilled, and you're saying that sometimes that's not a good thing, huh?
You know what? Everybody, you know, fans, people are happy you want a power play early in the game, but the first minute of the game, sometimes it takes the floor of the game, and if you don't score, usually the opposition kind of dictates the play, and they do. They score the goal.
Yeah, and when you see how the goal was scored, we got to take a look at this because it looks like a goal scorer's goal. It looks like an awesome goal, but Brizgalov might have been able to play it a little bit better.
Well, here's my problem. Anything outside the dot here, Michael, can't go in. And Briz gets in trouble, and if you watch, he's leaning. He thinks he's going to pass the puck. Watch, he's leaning. He stays on. If he just stays up on his feet, he's a big goalie. That puck's going to hit him in the chest. I think he thinks he's going to pass the puck. That's where Briz has to trust your teammates. You know, you're not going to let that puck go across the way, and your defense are going to get it. So I guess that's my only problem with Briz. Sometimes he's always leaning instead of trusting his defenseman.
What do you make of these first goals scored on the Flyers in the early going? It's happened now 10 games out of the last 11, 13 out of the last 15, and it's difficult to win when you're playing from behind all the time.
You know, I think some of it's unlucky, you know, but now it's starting to be a mental thing. Now it's like, you know, would you say 10, 11 games now, consecutively, you know, 1-0 behind. So hopefully they can snap here next couple of games. But sometimes it's a mental thing, and now you're thinking, oh my, you know, when are they going to score the first goal?
Right. Peter Laviolette, what's he saying to the troops in the dressing room right now?
Well, I think the last 10 minutes they dictated the play. You know, in Detroit, for whatever reason, are making some really bad mistakes, especially on their blue line and the neutral zone. So continue to put pressure on. You got the backup goalie in there. They don't have Howard. Try to get that third goal.
All right, they've gotten past Joey McDonald twice so far. We'll see what happens in the second period. That's the first intermission report. When we return, Jim Jackson, Bill Clement Coates with the call. Flyers leading 2-1 going into the second.
The movement has begun for thousands of people. A new way of thinking. A liberation. Freedom from contracts and fine print. Freedom to move through life to their own beat. To stay connected without having to disconnect from their money. That's why everybody's moving to Metro.
The crowds are getting bigger here at Toyota's #1 for everyone sales event. Why? Because of our top-selling cars, like Camry, named Best Resale Value in its class by Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com, and awarded a 5-star overall safety rating by NHTSA.
And right now, you can lease the reinvented new 2012 Camry for just $219 a month. See your local Toyota dealer today.
You gotta come check it out today. Everybody else is.
Hurry in to the one event you don't want to miss.
So many reasons to be a fan, so many ways to show it. Customize your own at shop.nhl.com.
There are moments in time when no words can capture the feeling that is Philadelphia sports. From those defining moments when your true fan comes out to when you're caught up in the excitement. We get caught up in it too. Season after season, we get you closer to your teams. We live Philly sports. We're Comcast Sportsnet. From new acquisitions to contract negotiations, from team trades to player injuries, any time of day, Comcast Sportsnet alerts are your best source for breaking news in sports. Comcast Sportsnet News Alerts, brought to you by Verizon Wireless.
They need to know. From news alerts
and national sports headlines.
Get a full recap of the day in sports with the total game breakdown.
Watch Toyota Sports Night after the game only on Comcast Sportsnet.
All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the National Hockey League is expressly prohibited. Flyers are back on home ice on Thursday night for a matchup with the Florida Panthers, a potential first-round matchup in the playoffs. Yes, the Panthers could be the 3 seed, Flyers 6 seed. We'll see. Panthers trying to get into those playoffs for the first time in a long time. Should be an intense hockey game. Our coverage begins with Flyers pregame live at 6:30. Opening face-off just after 7 o'clock, all on Comcast Sportsnet in high definition. We're available. Second period action after this.
Your 2012 Volvo S60 with a powerful turbocharged engine, a best-in-class coverage plan, and a 5-star rating from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. No wonder Volvo is the fastest-growing luxury car brand in the country. Right now, get $1,000 off your Volvo S60 when you own a competitor's car. Contact your local Volvo retailer for details.
The Droid Razr by Motorola, now with amazing tools, like the HD Station. Share your pictures. Stream HD videos and movies, all on your TV. Or connect your 4G LTE Droid Razr to the laptop and unleash its massive computing power. Even seamlessly video chat, all powered by the 4G LTE Droid Razr. Droid Razr by Motorola, just $199.99. And back for a limited time, get twice the data for the same low price. Verizon.
It's truck month.
No.
It's truck month.
No.
It's truck month. It's truck month.
No.
It's Chevy truck month.
Definitely that one, boss. Solid.
Let's try the other one again.
A Chevy Truck Month.
No.
It's Truck Month! Truck Month! Truck Month!
Nope.
It's Chevy Truck Month.
Yeah.
It's Chevy Truck Month.
Sunday night, Comcast Sportsnet's Ben Davis is mic'd up as he catches for Joe Blanton.
Most pitchers like to start on the outside corner, working down in the zone.
Don't miss Phillies Focus, presented by Schuylkill Valley Sports. Sunday night at 10:30 only on Comcast Sportsnet. When the final horn sounds, turn to Comcast Sportsnet for total Flyers coverage. Get the most extensive Flyers breakdown with expert analysis, exclusive player interviews, and the coach press conference on Flyers Postgame Live, presented by McDonald's. After every Flyers game, only on Comcast Sportsnet.
There are moments in time when no words can capture the feeling that is Philadelphia sports. From those defining moments when your true fan comes out, to when you're caught up in the excitement. We get caught up in it too. Season after season, we get you closer to your teams. We live Philly sports. We're Comcast Sportsnet.
Tonight's second period from the Wells Fargo Center is brought to you by your Philadelphia area Volkswagen dealers. Visit VWDealer.com. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery, benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly. Number 2 is up in the rafters here at Wells Fargo Center, and then they played some hockey, and it started well for the Red Wings. Zetterberg giving them a 1-0 lead, but the Flyers bounce back. Voracek and Giroux to make it 2-1 as we get set to start period number 2 here this evening. Flyers trying to make it 3 straight wins for the first time since December, early December, when they won 7 in a row. And they have the lead through the first 20. They control off the opening face-off of the second period. Dump it into the Detroit zone. Cronwall is there. He's bumped by Hartman. Move the puck ahead. And Zetterberg will go across the Cronwall. And Brad Stewart trying to track it down. Overcame Grossman to get a piece of Stewart. And Colburn after the puck. Dug free by Hoodler. His pass off a skate. And it's gathered by Philadelphia. Yager to the line and then twisting it deep. Hartman goes after it. Giroux is there as well, but instead it's Detroit gaining control and twisting one out to center ice off of Pavel Kubina. Filppula will pursue him and the puck. Kubina up the wall, but the Red Wings are all over that. Holmstrom back for Filppula. Kicked it to his stick, but couldn't get a clean pass or shot off, and the Flyers move up. Reed with a burst of speed. Matt Reed swinging to the left wing. Puts one wide of the net. Simmons tracks it down for Kubina. Kubina was given a lot of room there, and flipped one in that's gloved by McDonald.
Go back and take a look at the numbers from the first period. Once the Flyers got their offensive motors running, they were able to pile up 9 shots. They did a great job limiting Detroit to only 2 shots on goal. You see the scoring chances 6-1. But the Flyers got roughed up in the faceoff circle. They want to change that. They only won 4 of 19 faceoffs in the first period. And Scott Hartnell continues to take the faceoffs on the Claude Giroux line instead of Giroux. Hartnell took 7 draws in the first.
Red Wings moving up. Here's Franzen giving room. The wrist shot goes high. And the Flyers backed in on their goaltender there, giving Franzen a chance to fire. The White flips one. That one's blocked by Carl.
The horse.
The mule, the moose, the horse.
The 4-legged creature.
Call him what you will, yes.
Same kind of head.
Yeah.
Exactly, Coach. That's what I was thinking. Here's Simmons moving up. Simmons has Briere going to the net. He'll take the shot. It deflects. Saved by McDonald. Now Briere trying to tuck it home. Got it out in front. Reed was there, but it's tipped to the corner. Simmons gets it back to Briere. Briere all the way out now to Gustafsson. Gustafsson, a wrist shot. Batted down in front. Backhander Simmons stopped by McDonald, and he covers. Good sequence there by the Flyers.
Boy, McDonald is all over the place, especially being aggressive outside of the paint, knocking pucks down. And the Flyers have jumped on rebounds and come oh so close to scoring on them. Wayne Simmons had his pass deflected. McDonald was there, and then Danny Briere tried to wrap around, but this is another one that bounced to the side. McDonald plays aggressively, so he has to be quick because he's got to get from side to side once he's out that far.
It would appear that they're really looking to be able to have those wraparounds be successful, Billy, because of that very fact.
Flyers tracking down another loose puck. Here's Shen. Shen grabs some, but works through the checking, turns, fires, and the save made by McDonald. Talbot one-hands it back out to Lilia. Lilia across for Gustafsson. Didn't see a shooting lane. He'll go right back to the veteran defenseman Lilia. That one banks off the outside of the cage. Nearly got out in front, but the Red Wings able to take care of it. Gustafsson tried to keep it in, but it's tipped past him. And now the rookie defenseman moving it ahead. Talbot had it tipped away. Voracek throws a hit on Cleary, and the Flyers get the puck back. 2.5 into this second period. Voracek deflecting it through the neutral zone. Brendan Smith to it. He is checked. Shen gets the puck. Shen to Voracek, the shot, and it sailed high and wide. He kicked it from his skate to his stick, but got a little too much air underneath it. Voracek after it again. Goes off Talbot's skate, and Cleary able to move it to the neutral zone. Abdelkader trying to work wide, but Coburn cuts in to get the puck. Hayden Coburn, who picked up an assist in that first period, navigates his way out, and from the red line will wind it in. As you could hear, not icing. Ronaldo. And it's a Wellwood who dropped it deeper into the Detroit zone. Couturier pinned there with Corey Emerton. And a rookie for the Red Wings. Emerton will move it ahead for Jan Mersak, and now back to Emerton, who moves up with it. Emerton to the Philadelphia line with a shot. Stick save Brizgalov, and that's the first shot for the Red Wings in a long time, and it goes out of play. Toyota Cup standings as we cruise down the stretch now. 17 games to go after tonight for the Flyers. Claude Giroux has himself a healthy lead, and the player with the most points at the end of the year donates money to his favorite charity, courtesy of Toyota. Closed captioning is brought to you by Ace Public Adjusters, your first call to solve it all. If you've suffered property loss or damage, Ace Public Adjusters will get you aid. Flyers clear the puck out of the zone and all the way down. This will be icing. As Detroit's back for the touch-up. Busy night in the NHL. Out-of-town scores appearing. Upper right-hand corner of your screen. Rangers and Devils tied at 1 in a big Atlantic Division matchup. Washington needing a win badly. Their time with Carolina. Looks like just about every game has playoff implications now.
Especially when you're a team like Washington that might miss.
Hard to fathom.
Yeah, it really is. This is a team that a couple of years ago was, supposed to be knocking on the door of winning a couple of Stanley Cups in a row, and they haven't even made it to the finals yet. Now they're going to have to work to make the playoffs.
Flyers get to the puck here. It's Hartnell across. Oh, Giroux got knocked down behind the play. Slow getting up. Yager exploding on in. Check, loose puck. The jab to wide. Now comes to the side of the net. Giroux digging. Yager there. It hits the post. It stayed out. The Flyers doing their diligence in front, but it would not go. It clanked off iron. Now Zetterberg the other way across. Yager will intercept. And Jaromir Yager with a long pass. He's got Giroux in stride. It across the line to Hartnell. Hartnell back across. Yager trying to center. It's blocked. And McDonald will cover. And Yager spinning behind the net in frustration. As probably says, maybe I should have shot that.
Well, McDonald was so far out, though, he had nothing to shoot at. Right. I mean, that's another great example of how aggressive McDonald is. And the puck here at some point ended up in the air. It looked like it was, look at it, on the crossbar. How the heck did it get up there?
Wow.
It rolled down Ian White's neck and his shoulder and then off the post. Maybe we can see it on this one.
You can't fault the Red Wings for their coverage. They had 4 Red Wings in there. And White gets credit for a save, I think, Billy.
Sure does. It could have rolled down his back and in.
So the crossbar and then down into the blue paint. The Flyers were all over that too, but just could not back into the net. And so the Red Wings still down just 1. And here's Helm with all that speed through center. Helm a wrist shot, and Brizgalov got a piece of that to knock it aside. Reed stood up by Cronwall as he pitched the puck through center ice. Matt gets back to it. Cross ice that goes off of Bronson into the Detroit zone, and now the Red Wings will start up. Stewart to Cromwell. Tied for second among NHL defensemen with 14 goals. A pass ahead to Helm for a shot that goes wide. Got the Karaman. The shot denied by Brizgalov. It came rocketing out off the backboard, and Helm was ready, and so was Brizgalov.
There's 3 shots for Helm that all look dangerous in one shift.
Emerton will redirect into the Philadelphia zone. Brizgalov will play it around the glass, knocked down by Miller. Grossman played it up, but it hit Miller. Bounces to Cleary, who tried to center, got it in front. Saved Brizgalov. Miller stuffed it wide on a second attempt. Back out in front. He comes for it. Voracek is unable to move it out to center ice. Emerton flips one, save Brizgalov. It was going wide, but he batted it down, and now Matt Reed to it. He stops, and he'll give to Coburn, and the Flyers try to settle things down a little bit. Voracek across for Reed. Matt Reed now through center and across the line. Trying to cut to the middle. His pass to Voracek. Voracek a shot from the angle, and that went off of Janik and wide. And then Smith has it. They move it ahead to Emerton. The right wing pass is tipped by Lilia, sent back in front off of Brizgalov. Voracek for Max Talbot. Talbot takes a look and then chips into the Detroit zone. We approach the 6-minute mark of the second period. Max Talbot having a career year. Battles behind the net. Voracek's in there as well. Ian White trying to maneuver out with it, and finally it's Quincy. Acquired just before the trade deadline. Moves the puck ahead. Merzak with some speed. That angle shot batted down by Brizgalov. Quincy back to Merzak. He is checked. Still got the puck to Quincy. His shot was blocked. And the Flyers clear. But the Red Wings showing some more life here offensively. They went a long time without a shot, and now they have 6 shots in the last 2 or 3 minutes of play. Connor trying to center. That one's blocked. He goes back after it. Around behind the net, Abdelkader. Abdelkader twisting and turning, trying to get away from Lilia. Got the puck to Merzak. He's dumped. And no call made as Connor after the puck. Gustafsson takes it away. They try the other side of the ice, but right there is Stewart. Stewart has his shot go off the stick to the corner. But the Red Wings finding the loose pucks right now. Connor behind the net, Abdelkader trying to get away from Lilia. Abdelkader to the point. Cronwall's shot goes wide all the way out to Stewart. Stewart will just pump it back deep into the Philadelphia zone. Connor goes to work. Gustafsson knocks it away from him, but then is stripped from behind and then sandwiched as he was knocked down. Lilia there, but Abdelkader gets the puck. Got it out, and the angle shot blocked as I couldn't get that one in. Schenn deflected away, and a huge hit by Cronwall knocks Voracek flying. Voracek gets up. He's staggering now. Voracek not quite sure where he is. Cronwall shot, save made, and Schenn will clear the puck, and there's the whistle. And now the Flyers a beeline for Cronwall. He has thrown many hits like this in his career.
Where the heck was the whistle? Where was the whistle after this hit? I'm sorry, where was the whistle? You knew that Jake Voracek was in trouble as soon as he got hit. Watch Voracek. See his arms in the air, pointing in the air. If you don't know he's out at this point, you shouldn't be in the business.
And it was clearly a shot to the head. We'll take some more looks at it when we come back. Hopefully Jake is okay.
That's wrong.
Looks like it's that time of year again when fish lovers head to Wendy's for our premium cod fillet sandwich. 100% North Pacific cod fillets, hand cut and lightly breaded so they cook up crisp. Nothing less than pure cod. That's Wendy's way.
Technology accelerates at a relentless pace. Anything not moving forward is moving backward. Introducing the 2013 GS with the Lexus Inform app suite, the most connected information and communication technology available in an automobile. The all-new 2013 Lexus GS. There's no going back. See your New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania area Lexus dealer.
The car's looking good. Look away, boys. That shine's gonna blind you.
I hope the rest of you brought your shades.
Don't worry about drooling on the windshield, boys. It'll roll right off. What up, wipers?
Bring the rain. I'm ready for anything.
That is the sound of awesome.
We would so high-five right now if we had hands.
Rain-X, Gum Out, and Black Magic. It's a car care combo that speaks for itself. Treat your ride from rims to roof. Buy any 2 Black Magic items for just $9. Only at Advance Auto Parts.
What's that? This is the W from Wendy's.
And this is a classic.
The W has a third more beef.
And this has 3 levels of bun.
Yes, it does. The taste of fresh, never frozen beef makes the W the new classic.
2-1 Flyers, a huge hit from Niklas Cronwall, and he is one of the heaviest hitters in the NHL. But clearly, Jake Voracek's head was the first thing that got hit, and he was, as you said, in trouble as soon as he hit the ice.
And there is no question that Kronwall knew where he was going to hit him, too. Could have let up, decided not to.
And a puck loose in front of the Philadelphia net. Shot Filppula, save made by Bryzgalov, and the Flyers emerge with a puck. It's Grossman, right wing feed Giroux. Giroux working on Quincy with a shot, save, rebound. Grossman's stick was tied up. He couldn't get it away from White. He might have had a chance to bang that home, and now the puck out of play. No penalty at all on that hit. We'll see if the Flyers try to take the law into their own hands. This is going to get a little nasty.
Sure it is.
Tonight's HD telecast brought to you by H.H. Gregg. Larger selection, lower prices, smarter associates. H.H. Gregg, we help. As we come your way from the Wells Fargo Center, where the animosity level has just increased incrementally.
Well, the Flyers are looking for any Red Wing right now, but that's the guy they're really looking for is Nicholas Kronwall. Claude Giroux.
Well, this conversation happened completely from one side of the ice to the other. Then everybody went over. Coburn went over. Schenn wanted to go at him right after the original hit. He wanted to drop the gloves with Cromwell. So Ronaldo now is going to pick up a penalty.
Well, and this is what the Flyers have to watch. They can't let their emotions get away from here. They do want payback, but you got to win a hockey game too. And Zach Ronaldo might as well have a bullseye on his back with the officials, because anytime he does anything, he gets penalized.
He's going to have to sneak up on people. I mean, that's how that has to be Zach Ronaldo's MO.
He's got to make sure that guy goes with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, if you're going to go and push, make sure he pushes back. Make sure you get some kind of retaliation or get him to go first.
So a power play for the Red Wings. And a chance to tie the game as the Flyers clear it all the way down. Wall is back. He will start up. And hear the boos from the crowd. They're certainly aware. And a drop pass that Giroux trying to get to. Filppula got in his way and prevented a short-headed breakaway. Goes back on the puck now, and he'll steer it in to Detroit. So go after it and go after Kronwall as well. Got a piece of him. Oh, he's a big steady guy, though, or a sturdy guy, I should say. His pass here intercepted, though, and Reed darts up with it. Matt Reed, and he's checked by Franzen before he could get the shot off.
Where Claude Giroux was wishing he was a 230-pounder.
I think for a moment he thought he was.
Tried to be.
White winds it into the Philadelphia zone. Bryzgalov off glass. Couturier trying to clear, and he will.
That's a strong play by Couturier. He really had to leverage his stick with his body.
Johnson moving in. Now deals to Quincy. 53 seconds on the power play. Filppula. Very silky smooth player, Filppula. One of the better passers you're going to see. Right there he finds Franzen. Back to Filppula. Turns it to the point. Smith. Filppula has it again. He'll flip one. That's off of Zetterberg's stick. They say it wasn't a high stick. Quincy then has his shot blocked by Kabina, who clears. Crowd is certainly stoked up now.
Oh, there's a lot of intensity down here right now.
I bet. There is a pass for Yuri Hudler. Hudler running with it. And now gets it to Smith. Final seconds of the power play. Quincy across ice. Hudler will play it off the boards, and then center. Quincy a jab at it, and it hit something. Maybe it was Bryzgalov and stayed out.
I think it did. I think that's a great save by Bryzgalov.
There's Talbot moving the other way. Great move, and lost control just as he tried to step in and go. Back out, Lilja's shot. Save, McDonald, big rebound all the way out. Gustafson's shot, he didn't get all of it, and it's blocked. And Hudler goes the other way with it, across ice. Now Cleary. That shot blocked, sneaks toward the slot. Talbot is there to knock it away. Flyers back to full strength. Talbot's outlet for Eric Wellwood. Wellwood, who scored the only goal the other night in Washington. There he's deep. Janet gets to him. Wellwood shoved to the board, stays after that puck. He's tenacious. Finally, though, it's played out and off Coburn's stick, and now Helm again after it. Coburn able to stay with him momentarily, but now Helm has it. His pass, and the shot save, Bryzgalov, as he was able to get that one, and now it's fired wide. It was Emerton who fired that shot that Bryzgalov got his pad on. Briere is overtaken from behind. And Helm has it. Schenn to him, tried to check him, and then thought about grabbing a hold and didn't. Would have gotten a penalty. The puck snuck out to center, brought back in by Coburn, offside. 9:01 to play in the second.
In the final round,
the audience choice ingredient,
Bud Light.
And here we go.
Looks like Chef Dubois is emulsifying the Bud Light into a foam. What's his competitor doing?
He appears to be having a really good time.
A Bud Light reduction for Dubois. And his opponent?
Also improvising nicely. Let's see that again.
Judges.
I like the use of the pressure cooker to tenderize the beef.
But also the use of the cell phone to order the pizza.
It's the sure sign of a good time. It's just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Sorry, Chef, we're gonna need more ingredients.
People everywhere are dropping everything to get to the Nissan Now sales event. Get great deals now. Lease Altima, just $179, or get 0% on Rogue. Visit ChooseNissan.com. Test drive at your local Nissan dealer. Event ends April 2nd. Do it now.
Reviving an undercover program that involves the use of young, immature-seeming officers.
Arrest people now! What's up?
I think you idiots are perfect.
On March 16th, they're going undercover.
Yo, you guys aren't narcs, are you?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, but they're not blending in.
Dude, did you just hit the teacher break?
You're following too close.
I know what I'm doing. If you do that again, I'm gonna whack-a-mole you in the... Yes, you did! It's easy time! It's easy time!
21 Jump Street, rated R.
Congratulations on this great honor, Mark. The word I think about is pride. How proud you were to be the son of one of the greatest players to ever play the game. How proud you were to carve your own niche in the game and become a great defenseman with the Philadelphia Flyers. Conversely, how proud I was to be a teammate that was fortunate enough to play with you. Great luck.
Dave Pullen, a class act himself. And a team that was great. Teammate of Mark Howe, was a great 80s Flyers team. Boy, they
full of character.
Yeah, they played in a lot of games that had the spirit that we're seeing here in this one, as a big hit by Nicholas Cromwell on Jake Voracek has ramped up the intensity. Voracek left. We're waiting for a report on him. He was clearly dazed after the big hit, and he was also bleeding as he went to the locker room.
I just want to clarify my position on that play. I said, where's the whistle? The refs can blow the whistle whenever they want. They generally like to make sure that the team gets possession of the puck that has the injured player before they blow it. But at their discretion, they can blow it any time they want if they think a player is seriously hurt. To me, it looked like Voracek went down and was immediately in trouble. And that's why I thought there should have been a whistle right away, regardless of who had the puck.
Especially in this age with the concussions and all of the focus on them. The player's dazed. Most likely he has been concussed, or at least has the potential for that. And you want to be careful with that. But they did eventually get it blown dead, but only once the Flyers had touched the puck. Here's Briere looking for Simmons. Simmons hunting the puck with Ian White. And he overskated it, but Briere's there for support. Briere checked by Merzak. Simmons plows into White. Puck pops free. Reed in there. Reed jabbing it to Simmons. Simmons turning with it. Simmons trying to get that one to Reed, and it was broken up. Kubina tries to keep it in, and now it's Reed knocking it away from Abdelkader. Out to center ice. 7.5 remaining in this second period. Reed out to the red line. He was stopped there. Now he hits the linesman as he tries to dump it in. Tim Nowak hears it from the fans. Tim Nowak couldn't have made the call on the hit, but
no.
Anybody in a striped shirt right now is fair game for this sellout crowd. We don't have stripes on, right? We're good here?
No, we're good. And our refs here are veteran refs. They do a great job. I just think that you'd be better to run to a player's aid if you're even not sure if he's really hurt than to wait too long.
Right. Better safe than sorry.
Sure.
Brendan Smith back for the Red Wings here. Pass out in center ice. Gustafsson got his stick on it, but Helm picks it up. Helm to the Philadelphia line, and he lost control. Schenn the other way. Lays it deep into the Detroit zone. Smith is there. Here comes Hartnell. Then a shot is blocked in front, and it's Cleary moving it out to center ice. And Gustafsson winds it back in. Any Red Wing with his head down right now Better watch it. Here comes Shen after Emerton. The Red Wings will move up. Penalty coming up. Wow. Smith with a pass. That goes off a skate. The Flyers play it. And they're going to call, I think, Shen. We'll wait and see what the call is here. It is Hartnell for roughing. So it was away from the one hit attempt.
Sure, it wasn't the original hit because that was a good clean one.
It was a beauty. Let's see if we can take a look at Wade. Here's the original. Oh. Let's go all the way back down and see if he touches anybody after the fact.
That was it, Coates.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, it was kind of from behind. His first hit was on Brendan Smith, and it was clean right into his chest with his shoulder.
Wow.
And we welcome to our booth. Yes,
he snuck up on us.
He did. We're so intense in the game. Mark Howe, whose jersey's just been retired, snuck into our booth, and he joins us here on the air. How are you, Mark?
I'm doing all right. Actually, this is the first part of the game I've been able to see all night.
Oh, you've been taking care of your granddaughter.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Here we go. There's Claude Giroux knocking the puck down, and he goes. Giroux, check, shot, save, rebound. They score! Max Talbot rams it home. Talbot scores for a case of tasty cakes. Career high 18th on the year. It's 3-1 Philadelphia.
Remember the one that Max missed in the first period? When he thinks somebody owes him something, he goes and collects. The Red Wings did a great job of closing on Giroux, but they couldn't deal with both Talbot and Giroux at the same time. And McDonald coughed out another rebound that went right to the stick of Max Talbot, and he wasn't going to make a mistake on this one.
And White makes the biggest mistake right inside the blue line as he tries to hold on to the puck and allow Giroux to beat him one-on-one to come the other way. You just don't do that with a guy like that standing in front of you.
Max Talbot with his shorthanded goal, his second this year, 14th of his career. Giroux the assist at 14-10. Ninth shorthanded goal allowed by the Red Wings this year. And the Flyers have scored their fifth while a man down. So the Flyers with a 2-goal lead. You're good luck, Mr. Howe.
Yeah, I think I am for the Flyers.
For the Flyers, yeah, that's right. You're working for the
I know. And actually, I think I've probably been to, I think, maybe 12 games here so far this year. And actually, if I had to give a scouting report, it would be on Maxine Talbot. Every game I've been to, he's been out. He's been like a heart and soul kind of a player. He's a guy that elevates everybody else. So if anybody got one that deserved it, for me, it'd be him.
Yeah, you know, he was one of the under-the-radar acquisitions by Paul Holmgren in the offseason, but he has been tremendous.
But, Mark, you're describing exactly why the Flyers got him. Energy, heart and soul, all of that.
Yeah, and he provided the. I know early in the year he wasn't playing a lot. They had him on the fourth line, just kind of kicking, killing penalties and not getting a lot of minutes. And then once they started giving him a little bit more minutes and more important minutes, I think then his energy started to flow to everybody else.
There he is, clearing it all the way down. Career high 18 goals later, right? He's been playing very well. 4:15 to go here in this second period as the Red Wings move up, and that one batted away by Rizgalov, but gotten back by Holmstrom. Holmstrom out to White, and then back down low in the Philadelphia zone. Filppula looking to track it down. He's poke checked. And Holmstrom comes up with it again, all the way across the shot, and Rizgalov says no to Cromwell, and the fans will like that.
Well, he's had a great period. But don't go away. Coming up with the Flyers leading 3-1. We'll be back.
Visit your local Land Rover retailer for the Drive the Extraordinary sales event through April 2nd.
All hands on deck! It's right below!
The simple joy of a great catch.
Discover the original taste of McDonald's Filet-O-Fish. Right now, get one for just $2 or make it a meal for only $4.
3-1 Flyers. Max Talbot has scored. You see the number 2 on the jerseys. Mark Howe, whose number 2 jersey will hang in the rafters forever. Wells Fargo Center, inducted, of course, into the Hockey Hall of Fame last November. Great speech there. Great speech again here today, Mark. We welcome you here to the booth. You get nervous for those speeches now, or are you a veteran of those now?
Well, I think it's 21 years of being a host of a golf tournament here locally that helped. But no, actually, I was a little bit more prepared for the Hockey Hall of Fame speech. This one here today was, but they're both easy. I always found if you just speak from your heart, and like I said, I've been saying my cast of character to talk about is really makes it much simpler.
We'll take a look at some of the ceremony. It's a special for you. You spent a decade here. I know obviously you ended your career with the Red Wings. You're working for the Red Wings now, but there's a big part of you that's orange and black.
Oh, and always will be. So, and as Bill knows, he played here, and once they get you in here, it just doesn't go away, and you don't want it to go away. So, no, it's something I've always been proud of, and I always will be proud of.
You know, I've heard players say that. I mean, you play with different teams and in different cities. Really, it's special in some of them, right? And this is one of them.
Yeah, it is without a doubt. And like I said, what made it so special here for me was the group of guys that I played with, because we were committed to each other, and you don't always get it. And you're committed to winning, and it takes a lot of sacrifice to do that.
Who had the most positive influence on you here as a coach or a player? Was there one that stood out?
I guess I couldn't say Mike Keenan was positive. He goes through negativity, but no, Mike was good for me. He gave me opportunity. That's something that I earned. I don't know. It's hard to say. By far the best teaching tool for me was Eddie Van Imp. And I laugh. Some people say, and Eddie used to say, what can I teach you? You're running up for the North. I said, Eddie, I've only played defense really for 2 or 3 years before I came here. And I said, I can skate and I can pass the puck and I can do a lot of things, but I'm still learning how to play this game on the go. He taught me some basic fundamentals of using the dots, using the face-off circles, using the goalpost, using different things, and instead of just going out and playing the same against everybody, learn your opponents and learn what to do against those opponents.
There are the 5 numbers that have been retired. It's been over 2 decades since the number's gone up. What's the feeling joining that group right there?
Well, I mean, that to me is, that is, eliminate my name from that. That is Flyers. So, and to have my name just mentioned about it, not even be hanging in the rafters with them is obviously for me a great honor. So like I said, I played with Billy and Bobby when I came here, and every night I saw the intensity in their eyes. Every day I saw them battling at practice, and you learn from that. The expectations of being a Flyer are nothing short of we want your best every single day, and I learned to do that from those guys. So it was, and you pick it up, the peer pressure here to do the right thing and be committed to your teammates. It instantly takes part of you, but as a whole, that's what I was as a person. So it was easy to adapt.
Well, perhaps it was an advantage moving from forward to defense, because you sure had the offensive part of the game figured out. That last draft, the all-time leader in points by a Flyers defenseman. That part of the game came easy to you. Was it the defensive part of the game that you had to learn as a defenseman that was tougher?
Yeah, I had to learn. But in saying all that, even when the 1 year I played junior in Detroit, and I led the league in scoring as a 15-year-old. And my coach skated up to me one day and he said, "You're going to be a great defenseman in the NHL one day." I thought he had lost his marbles or something. And I said, "God, I ran this big scoring winger." But he knew how defensive-oriented I was. I mean, my primary goal, and I grew up watching guys like Nick Libet in Detroit, and a lot of real good two-way hockey players. And even when I played with my dad, he says, "Look, we got a team down 2 goals. You eliminate your guy, don't give him a scoring chance, you're going to win this hockey game." That's how I played hockey. And a lot of people say, "Well, he was a great offensive defenseman," whereas actually when I look at myself, I was a good defensive defenseman, but I knew how to create offense. So I always thought defense first. Even in the Winter Classic game, I went up to Shel Samuelson, and I said, "I talked to my daughter today, and I have to get a goal for my grandbaby." So I said, "I'm going to be pushing it up the ice." I shouldn't have. My back's been killing me since. But I said, "I'm going to be pushing it up the ice because I'm going to try to score a goal." But I said I will never, ever sacrifice my defense to try and score a goal. So I'm not even in an alumni game. So,
you were safe as a penalty shot. So
yeah, how the puck went in on the penalty shot, I don't know. But I gave it my best effort to score.
How fun was that to put the number 2 on and actually play in front of the Philadelphia fans one more time?
It was great. I like to just... I mean, at the end of the first period, I was looking at trainer Jimmy McCross, and I was looking for some Celebrex, but like I said, and it took probably 5 weeks for the numbness of my foot to get back. But I said, would I do it all again? Absolutely, in a heartbeat.
Would you?
Oh, yes, I would.
I thought that was your last game. It apparently might not be.
Well, actually, in Detroit, they're having the outdoor classic next year, and I called the office and I said, please make sure I'm not on the list. They said, no, we have an A list and a B list, and you're on the A list. And I went, oh, my dear Lord. So
get that Celebrex ready.
Yeah, but it's and it's going to be awesome. But my playing years, my best years by far were here at the Flyer. And to skate out here, these are the people that I poured my heart and soul into, and they poured it back to me. So it meant a lot. Like I said, just hearing Lauren and Kate sing, and God Bless America and the Plains, it was awesome.
Well, Mark, it's been a great night, great speech. Congratulations on a well-deserved honor. Thanks for joining us here in the booth.
Oh, thank you. My pleasure.
Mark Howe, as always.
Hockey Hall of Famer, and now his number 2 in the rafters here at the Wells Fargo Center. Coates, what do you have for us?
Well, we got the Taco Bell value play of the game, and it came in the first period. You don't want Claude Giroux one-on-one with your goalie. He's not going to lose the battle. See the speed? And as Billy said, you don't really need to take a lot at it. You fake the shot, drop the shoulder, then bang, you're right by him. Joey McDonald, very aggressive as a goaltender, and that's our Taco Bell value play of the game, giving the Flyers a 2-1 lead after the first period.
And it is now 3-1. Flyers through 40. Tonight's Flyers Red Wings second period was brought to you by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. And by Ruby Tuesday, serving our chef's finest with the free Create Your Own Garden Bar. Michael Barkan and Rick Tocchet analyze the second period. Lots to talk about. They'll be with you after these messages.
The crowds are getting bigger here at Toyota's #1 for everyone sales event. Why? Because of our top-selling cars, like Camry, named Best Resale Value in its class by Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com, and awarded a 5-star overall safety rating by NHTSA.
And right now, you can lease the reinvented new 2012 Camry for just $219 a month. See your local Toyota dealer today.
You gotta come check it out today. Everybody else is.
Hurry in to the one event you don't want to miss.
Ready for a little fun? You could scratch your way to instant winning. Play the Pennsylvania Lottery's new instant game, $1,000 a week for life, with 5 top prizes of $1,000 a week for life. It's kind of fun to imagine where that might take you. Keep on scratching.
You see them every day, filling their time with empty tasks and outmoded displays of masculinity. They're adult men, and each one is precious. Fortunately, there's help. Right now, there's boys like me ready to be matched. Just waiting to share our wisdom and friendship as little brothers. If you're a man, please contact Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's not too late to help you.
2012-13 Flyers season ticket packages are on sale now. As a Flyers season ticket holder, you'll receive exclusive access to team events, annual Meet the Team night, special in-game activities, and player meet and greets. Don't miss your chance to score your seats for next season with a 2012-13 Flyers full or partial season ticket package. Reserve your seats now. Call 215-218-PUCK or visit PhiladelphiaFlyers.com.
Seen the signs on the passers-by, something's got to give. Can't be free, but it's good for me. But this good thing comes along, and I can't deny too long. I need you to save me. I need you to set me free.
Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Want a chance at the new Sony PlayStation Vita? Grab a $5 box from Taco Bell for your chance to win one at participating locations for limited time. For official rules and information, visit unlock.tacobell.com.
Holy smokes, what a second period. Flyers tack on another goal. 3-1 Flyers after 2. As we welcome you to the Taco Bell second intermission report. Rick Tocchet, Michael Barkan. Stat sheet just out and talk. When you look at the stat sheet, you will see no penalty here for Nicholas Kronwall for what happened to Jake Voracek. And I think a lot of people probably watching at home think there should have been one. Yeah. But as we take a look at this hit, and it is devastating, you're not so sure.
Well, people are tweeting like they're mad because I said I have no problem with the hit. Voracek's down, he bends down. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. This is a good NHL hockey hit. I know he hits his head, but Voracek's head's down and he bends down. Watch. I mean, it's his shoulder. So
it's the back of his shoulder too.
You know, listen, I don't. You do the reaction of the Flyers? Yeah, you want to go after him. Do I like to see somebody go after Kronwall in the right situation? Absolutely. And what did the Flyers do? Their game went higher and higher. They got aggressive. They scored the shorthanded goal. So the reaction of the Flyers were great. I mean, they're outplaying Detroit, but Kronwall is, you know, I think it was a hit, a good hit.
I guess in this week when we're talking about NFL and the Bounty Gate situation and all that, we wonder about intent and whether or not this is the way the game should be played. Looks legal. Look, we saw exactly what happened. It seems like you're right, but could Kronwall have let up a little bit? And listen, I mean, Voracek could be out for a while.
We want concussions out of the game. We don't want to see these type of, you know, people elbowing people. Now, I understand that, but it's still the game of hockey. It's aggressive. You know, you want to be able to, you know, Kronwall's very good at that. He's big at stepping up in the play. So how do you hurt the other team? Well, you know, you go after the best players and hit them hard. So that's just my opinion. I think it's fine.
That's why you're here, guy. And you're doing a great job. We'll take another break. We'll come back. When we return, Talk going to break down the Flyers' shorthanded goal that put them up 3-1.
Hey, hey, me, oh, my, oh, me, oh, my, oh. Hey, 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 me, oh, my,
With unlimited nationwide Android for less than half the cost of the big guys. It's no wonder everybody's moving to Metro.
If you want to see what's behind you or what's ahead of you, there's an Acadia for that. And if sitting in traffic isn't your thing, but a temperature-controlled seat is, well, there's an Acadia for that too. The 2012 Acadia Denali. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the Acadia Denali, or get $2,000 cash back.
Get up to 20% off appliances and TVs at H.H. Gregg. Now that's madness. H.H. Gregg can help you watch the big games with big savings on HD TVs. 40-inch HD TVs from just $349. Plus, get slam dunk deals on appliances. Up to 20% off store-wide. A Samsung Steam washer and dryer, $879 each. H.H. Gregg and hhgregg.com. We help.
It's the playoffs. We haven't served a single calorie all season, and we're not serving one now. If you can't handle it, go sell foam fingers in the parking lot. How many calories are you carrying? 0! How much Pepsi tastes? Now get out there and make me proud.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Catherine Tappan, happy to have you here with us on a busy night in the National Hockey League.
Are you kidding me? Does not get any better.
Introducing NHL Tonight. Every highlight, every game, every night. It's where the NHL gets hockey. NHL Tonight, the new highlight show on NHL Network, nightly at 10 Eastern, with encore viewings every morning.
Hey, me, oh my, hey, me, oh my,
With unlimited nationwide Android for less than half the cost of the big guys. It's no wonder everybody's moving to Metro.
We continue with the Taco Bell second intermission report. Flyers on top 3-1 going into the third period, and they get a goal in that second period. Max Talbot, Claude Giroux really starts this on a breakaway. It's shorthanded, and they're no stranger to shorthanded goals this season as they go in on Joey McDonald. Yeah, very nice play.
Yeah, and you know, like I said, Claude Giroux's having a great game tonight, and he has the breakaway. But what I love about the whole goal is Talbot continues up the play. Look at him. He's, you know, obviously Giroux's got the breakaway. He's not giving up. He follows up and he gets a goal. Talbot doesn't stay back, like thinking, oh, it's a shorthanded. We're shorthanded. We want to protect the lead. He's still playing aggressive hockey, and this is just a great play. And like I said, coming off that hit. The emotion, the fans, everything. This is the type of hockey you like to see.
Yeah, Scott Hartnell had gone to the box with a roughing penalty, and the Flyers end up capitalizing. For Talbot, his second shorthanded goal, 18th goal of the season. But it brings up the goal stop on the other end of the ice for the Flyers, and that's Ilya Bryzgalov. Despite the first goal allowed, he has 17 saves in this game and is on his way, if form holds, to another good one.
Like I said, other than the first goal, he's solid. I mean, he is very confident goalie right now. His angles, you know, he doesn't let that one goal bother him. He's given his team a chance. He scored, you know, he stopped a couple of big chances there for Detroit to get back in the game. So to have that 2-goal lead going in the third period, the way Briz has been playing, it looks good for the Flyers in the third.
All right, on a night when they honor Mark Howe, raise his number 2 to the rafters. Flyers up 3-1. We'll pause. We come back third period action. When the clock hits 0, Talk is back. Coates back, and we've got Flyers post-game live on Comcast Sportsnet.
Thursday night, watch the Flyers defend their rink against the Southeast Division powerhouse, the Florida Panthers. After the final horn, get expert analysis and player interviews on Flyers postgame live. Panthers at Flyers coverage begins with Flyers pregame live Thursday night at 6:30 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Best on gas, best in class. Now get more miles for less at your Quality Plus Ford store with the Ford Escape. Save big with best in class 34 miles per gallon. Now put no money down, pay no interest for 5 years, plus get $500 cash back, or lease for just $179 a month. That's no money down, no interest for 5 years, plus $500 cash back, or lease Escape for just $179 and get up to 437 miles on a single tank. You want more miles for less? Get to your Quality Plus Ford store today.
Flyers fans, take a shot at scoring a VIP Flyers experience when you buy Tasty Cake candy cakes at Wawa. Enter today at tastykake.com/FlyersVIP, exclusively at Wawa. Tasty Cake, proud partner of the Philadelphia Flyers.
There are moments when no words can capture the passion that is Philadelphia sports. When you're caught up in the excitement, we get caught up in it too. We live Philly sports. We're Comcast Sportsnet. Wednesday afternoon at 1 on the Comcast Network. Watch Phillies Hunter Pence step up to the plate against his former team when the Phillies face the Houston Astros. Astros at Phillies, live from spring training in HD. Wednesday at 1, only on the Comcast Network.
Plenty of character,
Plenty of opinions. Plenty of controversy. You've got plenty of reasons to watch Daily News Live. Get the best talk of Philly sports without holding back. Hear Michael Barkan, the top sports writers, commentators, the front office, the players, and even viewers like you tackle the hottest topics in Philly sports live. AT&T presents Daily News Live, weeknights at 5, only on Comcast Sportsnet. We live Philly sports.
Mark was a great player in both ends. He was one of the most unselfish players that I ever played with, and he was a total pro. His preparation for games, his energy every night, his work ethic every night. And Mark cared about one thing, and that was winning hockey games. Mark, it's Ron Hextall. I just want to congratulate you on getting your number retired. Certainly well deserved.
Here is the answer to tonight's Ram trivia question of the game. We asked which Flyer spent 5 seasons with the Red Wings. And the correct answer, B. Andreas Lilja. Those 5 games, we'd be talking Coates. 5 seasons, it's Andreas Lilja. Flyers back on home ice Thursday night. The Florida Panthers are in town. Very important hockey game. Panthers try to win that Southeast Division crown. And the Flyers, of course, try to continue to build momentum toward the postseason. Flyers and Panthers, the coverage begins. Pre-game show at 6:30. Puck drop just after 7 o'clock from the Wells Fargo Center, all on Comcast Sportsnet in high definition where available. There's the breakdown of the Flyers' busy schedule. Third period action. Flyers Wings after this.
At Dodge, we build cars to be proud of. And at the Dodge Showcase event, you'll see why. Best-in-class power, 31 mpg highway, 2012 IIHS top safety pick, and the best-selling minivan ever. But this event isn't about us showing off. Okay, that's pretty much what it's about. Test the best at the Dodge Showcase event.
The Ryans kids keep them pretty busy.
They're into all kinds of sports.
Well, they're really activities.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Planning for retirement didn't fit their busy schedule.
Leave it all on the field there, Peyton! They're mathletes and chess club.
So I had them talk with Wells Fargo advisors to create a game plan.
We discussed our goals and figured out some manageable steps.
And now we feel like we're in better shape for retirement.
Just in time for ballet season.
Yes!
Wells Fargo, with you when you're planning your retirement.
Turn left. The Passat is one of 9 Volkswagen models named a 2012 IIHS top safety pick. Not that we'd ever brag about it. Turn right. Come on. 9. Turn left. Hit the brakes. Huh. How'd that get there?
We can't hide how proud we are to have 9 2012 IIHS top safety picks. So we're celebrating with our Safety in Numbers event. That's the power of German engineering. Right now, lease the 2012 Passat for $219 a month.
Every night at 10, Philly fans can get all the news they need to know.
He scores! Get a full recap of the day in sports with highlights and a breakdown of the games.
From news alerts and national sports headlines to inside access and stories focused on your team.
Oh, what a shot this is! Get the most in-depth reports in town.
From the leading sports department in Philly.
Located in the epicenter of the sports complex.
Watch Toyota Sports Night every night at 10, only on Comcast Sportsnet. Sunday night, Comcast Sportsnet's Ben Davis is mic'd up as he catches for Joe Blanton.
Most pitchers like to start on the outside corner, working down in the zone.
Don't miss Phillies Focus, presented by Schuylkill Valley Sports. Sunday night at 10:30, only on Comcast Sportsnet. Comcast Sportsnet knows you just want to be a fan. Show it by visiting the CSN shop and picking up all your official sports gear. And get this, all orders over $75 ship for free. Visit shop.csnphilly.com now.
Tonight's third period on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by GMC Truck Month. GMC, we are professional grade. And by Pepsi Max. Too much taste to call ourselves a zero. After a physical second period, we get set for the start of third period action. Only goal in that second stanza came courtesy of Max Talbot. Short-handed talent for Giroux with the assist.
But the Red Wings got their offense at least rolling in attempts in that period, outshooting the Flyers 16-8. now have 18 shots to the Flyers 17.
A bit of a delay here as an octopus was thrown on the ice. The old tradition from Detroit where they throw that on the ice before the game. Well, they got to clean that up. Flyers lost Jake Voracek, as we noted in that second period. While we were chatting with Mark Howe, Jaromir Jagr took this hit. First he bumped into Cromwell, and then he was upended as Filppula and he came together, and Jagr left the ice after that hit and did not come back. Neither Voracek nor Jagr have joined the team to start this third period.
That one did not look good at all. If you see, he was really leaning on that knee. He really took a bad spin there. And as we had mentioned, we'll keep an eye on it, but he has not returned at all. Let's take a look at our Wells Fargo great check of the game, because boy, there's been some really good ones. Watch Scotty Hartnell catch Smith here. Smith's going to be able to, oh yeah, he's going to get his head up. He'll take the check, but Hartnell, he was barreling all over the place trying to get even for what Cromwell did to Voracek.
Quite a test for the Flyers here. They have a 2-goal lead, but they are down 2 forwards. Of course, already have several players missing the game due to injury. The Red Wings are also banged up. It is really a war of attrition for these two teams, but a test for the Flyers because you know the Red Wings are going to come at them here in the third. There is Nick Grossman. By the way, it's now Nick Grossman with 2 N's at the end of his name. In fact, he was always that, but he didn't tell anybody until Ryan Hardenberg, Director of Team Services, noticed it on his passport and asked him about it. He says, yeah, that's my name, but when I was in Dallas, they put my name with 1 N, and I just never said anything to anybody. Here's Filppula, a shot that deflects to the corner, and there's Nick Grossman. And then I asked him, you know, doing my duty, it's not Grossman, right? He said, no, not an extra. And this Coburn's shot is denied by McDonald.
Well, that's a good story. I just thought he grew an extra N somehow.
Do you guys want me to save part of this octopus for you?
No, it's okay.
You just go ahead and sushi yourself to death down there. Go ahead.
That's not my favorite.
Yeah, Coates and seafood. It's not a great mix.
Not a real good mix.
So somebody's going to get that.
Somebody throws a steak out there. Now you're cooking.
Oh, you're on the ice. Here's Briere after the puck in the Detroit zone.
There might be teeth marks in the shovel blade picking up the steak.
Simmons taken down, no call. He gets back up. Twisting and turning with it. And Simmons for Reed. He lost his balance. Briere after the puck as well. He'll continue to work for it, but it's McDonald who puts his glove down on top of the puck and gets the whistle. Claude Giroux, by the way, with that assist in the second period to go along with his goal. Now a new career high with 77 points on the season.
Started this period, the third period, without Jaromir Jagr, so Braden Shen was on the left side with Scott Hartnell in the middle and Claude Giroux on the right. Scott Hartnell is not a center, but he's got the second best winning percentage in faceoffs in this game to any Flyer taking faceoffs. And the Flyers are still getting killed in the faceoff circle, but they're leading in the category that counts.
3-1 is the count there. As Doug Janik goes back to get the puck. He was called up. News of the injury to Malcolm Kindle. Locator, a pass or a shot. That one drifts wide and all the way out to center ice where Brendan Smith will play it. First round pick of the Wings, 27th overall. They haven't picked lower than 15th in over a decade. As Carl will flip and out to center and down there as it goes. That is amazing to pick that low every year and continually be among the top teams in the league.
They haven't picked higher than 15th.
Well, it depends, I guess, on how you're looking at it. Yes, higher in terms of position, lower in terms of number.
Oh, there you go.
But their highest pick ever was Dale McCord?
I'm not sure. Here is Couturier after
I might
the
have to look that one up.
I think he went #1 overall, didn't he?
It'd be tough to be any higher or lower than that, depending on how you're looking at it.
That's why I thought it was a pretty good guess.
Well, he's at least tied, right?
Yes. That would be the worst. There's Talbot.
By the way, that was 1938. But Dale McCord.
Whoa, that's not true. 39.
Going back into Coates' era and a little sensitive about
mine too.
We both played with Dale McCord.
Zach's shot is swallowed up by Buzgalf and get a whistle.
Yep, and just a reminder, the Flyers are going to host the Florida Panthers on Thursday at 7 o'clock and the New Jersey Devils next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Great seats are still available for these matchups and all remaining regular season home games. Just call 215-218-PUCK. Visit PhiladelphiaFlyers.com to see some action that will most likely resemble the action that you've been watching tonight if you're with us.
Teams are all so desperate right now. Florida team trying to get in the playoffs for the first time in a decade. New Jersey surprised many people. They're right in the mix in the East. As you get a look at the scores, Boston is taking a lead on Toronto. Toronto with a new head coach. New Jersey leading the Rangers. And Washington down again. Some very interesting scores from around the NHL. Ottawa continues to
surprise.
They can still catch Boston. They're getting real close.
Unbelievable season for the Ottawa Senators.
And Hitchcock has done a great job with those Blues. Here's Filppula cross ice. Quincy now behind the net. Coburn got his stick on it. After in the corner now loses a stick. It comes out in front and the puck bounces free and Quincy has it. Filppula's shot is blocked. There were two sticks down. I guess Shen wants
the two Bradens. They both dropped them.
They both got him back in time. No harm, no foul there as Hartnell looks to get that puck to Shen, but it's knocked away. Now Helm sidesteps a check and moves up. Helm across the Philadelphia line. Chopped that by Giroux. Poked it free into the slot. Miller trying to track it down. Kubina uses his reach. Finds Hartnell. Starts out. His pass tipped. Goes to Briere for the shot. And that one deflected and went wide of the net. Hartnell around behind the net to Briere. Trying to set her for Giroux. It's denied by Franzen and Helm. Moves up. Helm to the Philadelphia line. He stood up there by Carl. And following up is Miller. Miller is checked by Giroux. Hartnell will play to the other side, but waiting for it is Franzen. His angle shot fought off by Brizgalov, and then Hartnell ahead to Giroux. For Giroux's right wing feed to Briere. Briere is pitchfork down. There's Cromwell, and the Red Wings have the puck moving back. As Franzen sends it in, Brizgalov to save. Simmons played it right to Holmstrom, whose shot had to be denied by Brizgalov, who then slams his stick in disgust there. Now it comes in front. Abdelkader couldn't steer it in. Bounces to the side of the net. And Brizgalov tries to cover a whistle stopping play. Simmons now after a Red Wing. He's being dragged away by another Red Wing, and the linesmen also get in there.
Well, I saw what you saw. Ilya Brizgalov slammed a stick on the ice. I don't know if it was a comment that was meant for the refs or it was a comment about a turnover in the Flyers zone. But I do know this. He's made two really good saves in the last minute. Really good.
Well, this whole game heated up physically after that hit. That was Cromwell, who did not leave his feet, and if he did, maybe slightly, but the initial impact to Jake Voracek's head, and then Jake really hit the ice hard. And looked a lot better there, Jake, than he did moments earlier.
A lot of that hit looked clean, except for the impact right onto Voracek's head.
Right.
And what Cronwell does, you saw that Voracek took a peek and then put his head back down to bring the puck. Cronwell will give you that look and show you that he's backing up. And then as soon as you turn around is when he digs in and comes at you. He is one of the most ferocious, if not the most ferocious hitter in the NHL.
He really is. Smith knocked down here. I only list him at about 200 pounds.
He uses all of it.
Train.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Cleary. Got that along. Abdelkader's pass. Tipped back to him. Abdelkader spins. Carl trying to stay with him. A backhander. That went off the side of the net. Brizgalov's stick was there as well. Now Couturier turned it over. Holmstrom's shot goes wide. Flyers sloppy in their own zone here the last couple of shifts. Here's Cleary. Checked. And the Flyers get to it. And Couturier got it out of the zone. Janik across to Smith. And now to Cleary. Carl there. Cleary all over him. And the puck bounces free to Talbot. It's Talbot. Rink wide feed hoping for Wellwood, but he couldn't handle it. And Ian White will move it back through center ice. Both teams making some personnel changes. And the Flyers get control as we hit the 6-minute mark of this third period. Gustafsson lost control of his own line, but Giroux is there to help him out. And now it's Shen steering to the Detroit line. And Quincy will take over there. Cross ice to White. White came into this game plus 30, second in the NHL. Giroux, a great spin move at the line. Giroux for Schenn, and he could not get much on that as White got in his way. Hartnell around. Giroux. We'll just reverse it for Hartnell. Hartnell digs it off the boards, moves to the corner with it, up the boards, and finds Gustafsson. Gustafsson to Giroux. Giroux has a look. And back to Gustafsson. One-timer save made. And then Hartnell collides with McDonald. And a penalty coming up on Hartnell for goaltender interference. Connor the other way. Checked by Lilia. Gustafsson to the puck. There's your whistle. And Detroit will get another power play when we return. It's a 3-1 hockey game.
People everywhere are dropping everything to get to the Nissan Now sales event. Get great deals now. Lease Altima, just $179, or get 0% on Rogue. Visit ChooseNissan.com. Test drive at your local Nissan dealer. Event ends April 2nd. Do it now.
What's the best way to Santa Cruz, California?
Here are directions to Santa Cruz.
Where's the best barbecue in Kansas City?
Is there a rodeo in Amarillo today? Where are we?
Here's your current location.
How big is the Grand Canyon? Any gas stations we can walk to?
I found 2 gas stations fairly close to you.
What does Orion look like?
I found this for you.
Remind me to do this again.
Okay, I'll remind you.
At the Jeep Showcase event, it wouldn't be enough to tell you that we've been named the best 4x4 of the decade. We wouldn't be satisfied to just say that this is the most awarded SUV of all time, or that we never stop pushing boundaries. In this country, people deserve proof, so that's exactly what they'll get. Test the best at the Jeep Showcase event.
Battle in the Atlantic Division between the Rangers and the Devils. 1-1 game at this point, but that shot to Sikora. Good angle on it here. Deflects in off of Eminger, giving the Devils the lead. They increase the lead in the third period as Ryan Carter gets a nice feed and beats Henrik Lundqvist. 3-1 New Jersey. Lead that one in the third period. Right here, Scott Hartnell has taken a goaltender interference penalty, so the Red Wings down 3-1, go to the power play. It is their 4th of the game, and they win the draw. Here's Cromwell. Pass to Filppula. Right back to Cromwell. He hits hard. He also can fire the puck. Very hard. Now Zetterberg. Brizgalov lost his stick. It ends up behind the net. Flyers need a clear here. Grossman is tied up as he goes to the corner with it. Brizgalov trying to get his stick back. With some help from Max Talbot, he does. And so the Flyers are okay. Now Max Talbot gets to the puck. He has Giroux ahead of the field, but he's being pestered, so they'll just backhand it out. And it's knocked down by the Red Wings, and Zetterberg right back into the Philadelphia zone. Braden Coburn had Zetterberg lined up. Zetterberg eluded him. Flyers, they'll get the puck and clear. And Cromwell hearing more boos from the Flyers faithful. With a pass to Filppula. Across the line, he's poked check, but right there is Cromwell. To Cleary. Cleary angles it off of Brizgalov. It bounces all the way out to White. Right back in along. Filppula to Zetterberg for a shot. It hit a stick in front. Cleary knocks it down. Broken stick now for a Red Wing player as White has it. White to Filppula. Filppula uses a pick and then gets it back to Cromwell. His pass to Filppula, working around what's left of that stick on the ice. Back to Cromwell, wrist shot blocked in front, but bounces right to Franzen for a shot save. Brizgalov. Back out it goes to White. To Franzen again. To White. That pass down low. Cromwell across. It hit Kubina, and Brizgalov able to jump on top of it, and he taps Kubina. A job well done in front.
Nice gesture by Brizgalov. A little reminder, we're all in this thing together. That's the save of the penalty kill right there. Brizgalov reading that the puck was coming over to this side and being there, standing and waiting. And then this is the one that Kubina helped on.
Boy, his positioning is so strong right now. You can see the confidence in him. It's just getting better and better. And the saves he's made, I think he made 3 great ones in the second period. And you mentioned the ones here in the third.
He was not busy at all through the first period, but he has seen 25 shots in the last 2 periods. And he stopped them all. Only goal came early on from Zetterberg, just 4 minutes into the game. 10 seconds remaining in the power play. Hitler will drop it off. Quincy winds it into the Philadelphia zone. Dug off by Smith. His pass into the slot. Shot by Franzen, and he scores. The Mule. Johan Franzen with his 25th of the year, and it is a 1-goal hockey game. 3-2.
Just as the penalty was expiring, and Brendan Smith, the rookie number 2, made a heck of a play here to Franzen. And that kind of shot has Twine written all over it.
Yeah, I'm looking right over the shoulder, and you see Franzen's head up. He knows exactly where he wants to go, the top shelf right over the right shoulder of Brizgalov, because Brizgalov is down to the butterfly, just saying, okay, I'm forcing you to shoot it high. He did that.
He leads Detroit with 11 power play goals. That will not be a power play goal. Time had expired on the penalty, but in all essence, it really was a power play goal. The Flyers were able to get Hartnell back involved in the play. His 25th overall, though, at 8:47, and the Red Wings down just 1 now. And we'll see if that gives them a boost. The puck tipped into the Philadelphia zone by Drew Miller. Gustafson trying to fight him off. Helm comes in. Gustafson pitching it up for Simmons. And now the shot by Helm, and that one glancing perhaps off of Brizgalov. He also looked like he's ducking some, but it found glass as the Red Wings unable to keep the puck in the zone. Smith and Quincy getting the assist on that goal by Johan Franzen. Wells Fargo center has been quiet for the moment as Briere shuttle that puck into the Detroit zone. Did not get it deep, and the Red Wings have it coming out. Hoodler, Kronwall off on the left side. Filppula, and his shot or pass deflected, goes across ice. Filppula bodies off Hartnell, but then his pass intercepted by Hartnell, and he'll clear it all the way down, and it goes in on goal. So no icing. Getting news now that Jaromir Jagr will not return as he has suffered a lower body injury, and Voracek doubtful as he is still being evaluated. So Jake Voracek doubtful to return. There's only 9:40 remaining. As Carl gains the line, drops it off for Hartnell. He'll take the shot. Save! McDonald it. Changed direction on the way in. Flyers fighting for the loose puck in the slot, but the Red Wings come away with it. Poked away by Hartnell, but gotten back by Kronwall. And now Zetterberg. There's Zetterberg with a pass to the middle. Drew will find that. Has a look. Set it off of Wellwood. Stick into the Detroit zone. Wellwood will make McDonald play it. Smith right back around. And Janik has it. Pass ahead off Couturier's stick, and it stays in play, goes all the way down. Here's Galoff will let Grossman play it. It gets through Talbot, out to Smith. Smith to Franzen. Inside of the net, behind the cage. Now Holmstrom right back out in front. Flyers have it. And here's a pass for Talbot. Talbot racing with Janik. Talbot with the puck, holding on. He's to the back end. Janik trying to seal him off, and finally it's Abdelkader picking it up behind the Detroit net. Weston Abdelkader. Philadelphia line stopped there by Coburn. Simmons ahead to Talbot. Talbot bumped by Connor. And down the ice it goes. Remember, the Flyers down 2 forwards, so they're really having to just mix and match with the combinations.
Nobody's complaining about ice time.
That's for sure. No. Here's Connor, a shot. Save made by Brizgalov. The rebound played out in front. Flyers have it as Gustafson hits Simmons with his clear. Simmons able to bank it out to the neutral zone. And now he knocks the puck down in center and plays it cross ice. Beautiful play to Reed. Reed cutting on in, holds, and his shot goes off a shin pad to the corner. Flyers get to it. There's Briere for Carl. Carl in front. It's patted away by McDonald. And then cleared out to center. Reed will drop it back to Gustafson. Simmons looking to spring Briere, but it's cut down, and here come the Red Wings. Moving on in is Franzen for the shot. Batted away by Brizgalov. Schenn checked. Gustafson over there. And instead it's Franzen. Franzen changing direction. Gustafson hurting him to the wall. So the Red Wings get to it. Stuff attempt by Miller is denied. And now Reed ahead for Briere. Briere could not get it past Helm. Helm will wind up and fire, save Bryzgalov, and it goes out of play. 7:20 on the third period clock.
Dale.
Get the party started. Dale. Pitbull together with Bud Light. Here we go.
Offering 4 distinct driving modes and Lexus dynamic handling, the next generation of Lexus will not be contained. The all-new 2013 Lexus GS. There's no going back.
Getting ready for a good finish here. Coming up after the postgame show, Toyota Sports Night. Let's get a preview from the host of the show, Neil Hartman and Ron Burke on Flashcam. How are you guys?
Hey. All right, JJ. You know, the madness has begun. 4 of the 6 city schools in action tonight in college basketball. It's win or go home for all of them. And for Penn, unfortunately, they lost by 10 at Princeton. We're going to have post-game reaction.
Better results, Neil, for a couple of schools, St. Joe's and LaSalle, as they get the A-10 tournament rolling. So for now, they're still alive. They'll play on in their tournament.
Yeah, both having good seasons. And Villanova in action in New York. So we'll bring it all to you coming up on Toyota Sports Night following our Flyers coverage. But right now, let's get back to JJ, Bill, and Coatsy.
All right, Neil, thank you very much. On as well. March Madness, a great time of year in sports. The NCAA tournament upcoming, and baseball just around the corner. Hockey and basketball, the NHL and NBA heading toward the playoffs. Right here, a 3-2 hockey game. The draw is to the right of Ilya Bryzgalov. Red Wings get the puck back. The point shot is blocked. It bounces free. Filppula drive that, changed direction and bounced wide. Hartnell got it ahead to Giroux, and now Braden Shen. Shen will guide it in. Cronwall after him, and takes him to the wall, and the puck bounces free. Fisher joining us late. Big forecheck. Jaromir Jagr leaving this game for the Flyers. Forecheck took a big hit from Cronwall. Jagr also involved in a hit. Together with Filppula, and neither have played here at all in the third period. Jagr is done for the game, and Forecheck was listed as doubtful. The Flyers have pushed on and still have the lead in the game. Offside the call there, and face off in the neutral zone.
This will be a real good test for guys like Braden Shen and the rookie brigade of the Flyers with a 3-2 lead against a team that has been so classy and so dangerous for so many years in the NHL. The Detroit Red Wings, their numbers are unbelievable. And where they have finished in the last 19 to 20 years, they've tied for first in the division. Last 20 years, right now they're tied for first in division. They've never finished below second in their division in the last 20 years.
And they have never missed the playoffs in those 20 years. Easily the longest current streak. In fact, it's the longest streak in professional sports in North America. There's a shot by Franzen after a neutral zone turnover, and Ilya Bryzgalov smothers it. We'll take a look at where they are right now in those Western Conference standings. That gives you an idea how competitive it is out there. They're 1 point behind Vancouver. And they're not in first place right now in their division because of those St. Louis Blues. Tied in points, but they have the tiebreaker right now.
Right. I mentioned the last 20 years. 15 of those 20 seasons, the Red Wings finished in first place in their division. Mike Babcock is third in longest tenure in the NHL right now for coaches behind the same bench.
Right behind Lindy Ruff and Barry Trotz. There's a face-off win, and a point check goes off a glove and bounces to the corner. Set ahead, and it gets through Smith. Reed trying to get to it. And it's one-handed out to center ice by Janik. Armstrong drops it off for Abdelkader, right of stationary Briere. Abdelkader in across the line, he overskates. Briere is there to guide it out to the neutral zone. We take below 6 minutes to play in the third. Holmstrom winding it in. Rizgalov got his stick on it, couldn't control. Advocator, Carl come together. Kabina around for Simmons. Simmons to Briere, and the Flyers move up. Briere up the right wing with some space. Briere cutting on in. Briere the shot, and he missed it high. And Carl will keep it in, back down low. Briere trying to get that one in front. He was denied. He's wrapped up there by Cleary, who got the arm around him, but arms don't go up from either Chris Rooney or Ian Walsh. Janik has it. He'll go to Smith. Lyndon Smith. Pass off Zetterberg. Coburn couldn't corral it. Zetterberg after it now. Coburn after it, and Coburn gets to it and plays it behind the net. Whittler doing battle in there. Postman, Coburn finds Wellwood. Wellwood head manning to Couturier. Talbot trying to get it into the zone, but it goes off Cromwell's stick into the Detroit bench. We will be back.
Sure, guys. Leave me lying here. That's cool. I've got NHL Game Center Premium on Verizon 4G LTE. It streams NHL on the fly for live look-ins around the league and inside the glass for commentary and analysis during freezing cold intermissions. Oh, hello.
Call Star NHL to get Verizon 4G LTE NHL Game Center Premium free only on Verizon.
The crowds are getting bigger here at Toyota's #1 for everyone sales event. Why? Because of our top-selling cars, like Camry, named Best Resale Value in its class by Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com, and awarded a 5-star overall safety rating by NHTSA.
And right now, you can lease the reinvented new 2012 Camry for just $219 a month. See your local Toyota dealer today.
You gotta come check it out today. Everybody else is.
Hurry in to the one event you don't want to miss.
This is big. New Chicken McBites from McDonald's. Juicy, poppable premium chicken breast with home-style seasoning. But they're only here for a limited time. New Chicken McBites. The simple joy of really big fun.
The Flyers lead the Detroit Red Wings. This gentleman's had a couple of great saves, and one of them is our Hyundai save of the game. Watch Johan Franzen. Here's the opportunity to watch the pad. Bang! There's the save, and then the second opportunity, he'll be right there with the pad, just sliding very nicely across Franzen. Had a wide open net until Brizgalov anticipated and came across from pipe to pipe. Boy, he's been good, guys.
He has. He's had to be, certainly, since the start of the second period. And one gets the feeling he's probably going to have to make another save or two before this one's over. A tick below 5 minutes remaining. Hartnell trying to get it past Stewart. And he bats at it, and Stewart still gets in the way. Round it goes. First to it. Red Wings send it out in front. Flyers waiting for the puck to settle, and finally Hartnell clears it out to the neutral zone. Stewart to Helm. Helm backhanding it. Bounces free, and the Flyers just didn't get to the puck. Now Kabina does.
Got to bear down on everything right now.
He hits the referee with a pass. There's a penalty upcoming against Detroit. Rizgalov heading to the bench. Extra attacker is on for the Flyers. Delayed penalty call. Head fake. Giroux with the pass. Briere couldn't handle it. And as Quincy gets there, the whistle. And so with 4:15 to play, a slashing minor called against the Red Wings. The Flyers will get their second power play of the game.
Well, Mike Batcom's obviously upset. Let's see if you can pick up the slash. Oh, yeah, he knocked the stick right out of his hand. See, he had the stick way up in the air and then brought it down and knocked Braden Schen's stick right out of his hand. Babcock doesn't think it's a penalty, and obviously by laughing, that was his way of saying it.
Well, Mike is old school like a number of us.
There's a shot! Save made! McDonald. Coburn got that one through, and there was some traffic, but McDonald able to squeeze it.
Now, the Flyers have not done well in the faceoff circle, but this one is a clean win that goes right back to the point, and Scott Hartnell won that one, knew exactly what he was doing. Good night for Hartnell in the faceoff circle for a guy that never takes them.
Might have found something here. This time the Red Wings get the puck back, and Carl got his glove on it but could not keep it in the zone. They'll drift back with it. And look to organize on the rush. Matt Carl takes it up himself. He's been on the right wing boards. Filppula to Quincy. Quincy got it past Hartnell, but Coburn decides to drift back on that puck, and Cleary is there. Cleary to Filppula. And he had that puck roll away from him, and then he's buried along the wall by Giroux.
That was weird. The puck kind of got hung up and it slowed down coming around the boards. It got up on the ledge on the top of the boards, and that posed a tough decision for Coburn.
Dazzling moves by Giroux, but then he's stopped by Abdelkader, who clears. Almost halfway through this power play. Nothing doing for the Flyers as yet. That one shot from Coburn. Here's Reed in. Reed brings it down low. Schenn could not bat it down. Now he'll get to it. Braden Schenn checked by Cornwall, and the Red Wings with a chance to clear it. Moved ahead by Stewart to Abdelkader. From the red line, he'll backhand into the Philadelphia zone. Less than 3 minutes on the third period clock. 40 seconds on the power play. Pavel Kubina, rink wide feed for Gustafsson. Tosses it into the Detroit zone. Reed after it with Gustafsson. And he could not come up with it. And now Filppula working on a forward here. Schenn back. Filppula up the right wing, slamming on the brakes. And the defenseman Gustafsson trailing the play. And the back pressure got to him to knock it away. And the Flyers get the puck. Schenn tripped up. And it's Cleary who ends up with the puck. Finds Quincy for a shot that goes wide. Kubina and Filppula come together. They joust. And the puck bounces free. Reed will drop it back. The power play is over. Red Wings back to full strength. 2:12 on the third period clock. We'll keep our eye on McDonald as Babcock will try to get him to the bench for an extra attacker relatively soon. Franzen to Zetterberg. Back for Franzen up the middle. Franzen with a shot. Save Brizgalov, and he's got it. He'll hang on, take the whistle.
Well, let's take a look at our Toyota Turning Point. And you know what? This guy had some great success against the Red Wings. Oh, he's got a Stanley Cup winner against them. Right here, he's going to get a goal here. Claude Giroux is going to be the guy that strips White of the puck. And then the rebound's going to come. Watch here. The puck comes right to Max Talbot. And boy, is he happy as he picks up his 18th goal of the season.
That's a good point, Coach. Talbot had success against Detroit. About as important a goal as you can get, right?
I would say that's probably the top one. Kind of like my Dale McCourt guess.
Both of them. Not quite as good. Here's Smith holding on across. Cromwell, that shot is blocked out high by Wellwood. It goes behind the net. Helm fishes it free. Helm turns, his shot blocked, but he gets it back. Helm into the middle, intercepted. And Wellwood will clear it down the ice. Stumbling was Smith. Talbot after it. Out comes McDonald. Talbot knocks down his clear. But Smith able to get it back. Wellwood to him. Stick goes flying. No penalty called there. You could hear the Detroit bench. They wanted a penalty as the Detroit player lost his stick. 1:12 remaining in the third. McDonald following his team up the ice. Drop pass from Drew Miller to Zetterberg. Extra attacker on for Detroit. Zetterberg finding Filppula. Filppula fired it. It ricochets around. They jam for it. Come free. Brizgalov, the huge save. Brizgalov flashing across to make the save. And he preserves the Philadelphia lead. That one was special.
Well, this one is magnificent. And the genius is not only stopping the puck, but battling to see it. He never lost sight of it through all of the legs and knew exactly where he needed to go to be in position to make the save.
And what I liked about it is the way his body was all tight. Everything was tight. He didn't give you the 5-hole, didn't give you any under the arms. He just came over there solid to make that save.
And it was off of a guy who has scored 21 goals this year. Valtteri Filppula. There are Mazda top shelf performers. Timeout has been called by Detroit. Zetterberg and Franzen, the goal scorers for the Red Wings. McDonald busy early, not so much of late. Voracek scored a goal and then left after taking a big hit. Claude Giroux, now a career high in points for a season. Talbot scored a shorthanded goal, and Brizgalov's been very good. 9th straight start, and I think it's safe to say Brizgalov in the best stretch of his season.
No question.
Thus far.
And he is building. Number of players skated by Brizgalov and tapped him on the pads. I mean, they know his contribution to this score, which is 3-2 right now with under a minute to go. And big responsibility for the rookie Sean Couturier here. He's going to take this draw against Zetterberg.
And the scrum is on. Continue to dig. Giroux got to it, but he couldn't clear. Kronwall kept it in. The pass to Filppula. Back to Kronwall. That shot missed by a good margin. Zetterberg finds that the net is off its moorings as he backhanded it into the slot. The faceoff is going to remain in the Philadelphia zone, as they deem the Flyers knocked it off its moorings, but not to the point of a penalty.
Well, the Mule met his match in size because Nick Grossman, number 8 for the Flyers, just decided it was time to move the Mule out. And in moving Mule, he took Briz in the net with him. Excuse me, you'll be moving now.
He took the mule, the moose, and the horse.
That's right. He got them all. The net included. So 43.8 seconds remaining, and the face-off will be on the other side of the ice now, to the left of Brizgalov. Zetterberg and Couturier again. And they're going to kick Zetterberg out. So now it'll be Couturier against Filppula.
Still a mighty foe in Filppula. Good on the draws.
52% coming into the game. Again, a scrum, a rugby scrum after, and the Red Wings get control. It's White to Filppula. Filppula to the backhand, center to side of the net, shot, save, Brizgalov. This time he got Hoodler, and he covers Ilya Brizgalov. A mountain here late in this hockey game.
He truly does have the force field up right now. And he was waiting for this one. As Coates pointed out earlier, I mean, there are no leaks. I mean, from this angle, you can look, you can't see any daylight anywhere here. He's got the glove on the post. He's got the short side sealed up. He's got the 5-hole nailed.
And still work to do. 33.5 seconds. Red Wings creeping toward 40 shots. Remember, they had 2 in the first period. Puck down, Flyers find it, and Giroux spins it out of the zone and all the way down. And unless Talbot can get to this, it'll be icing as White goes back for the touch-up. White did a great job of timing that so that he wouldn't get to the puck until it was past the goal line.
I'm not sure Claude Giroux knew that there was nobody within about 40 feet of that side of the ice, so that he put a little bit of mustard on it. He could have taken something off it, but in that crowd of colors down there, it's sometimes difficult to see exactly what's going on and where everybody is. So here we go again with 23 to go.
Red Wings with a big advantage on draws. Not this one. Flyers win it, and Coburn forces it out of the zone. White is back. 15 seconds. White to Zetterberg. Kronwall to Zetterberg. Up the middle at the last moment, swept away. Now a shot right into the red basket of Brizgalov. And he makes the save and hangs on. One more face-off in the Philadelphia zone.
The ever-dangerous Henrik Zetterberg had his sights set on that seam between the D-men, but Braden Coburn made a nifty little kind of poke-check sweep, get the puck away from him.
Carl was in on that as well. This will be the draw to the right of Brizgalov. It looks as though it's going to be Briere against Zetterberg. And the puck down. Red Wings get it back. Shot blocked. Rebound in the slot area. Backhanded by Giroux. To center it goes. And the Flyers are winners. 3 straight wins for the first time since early December. Ilya Brizgalov. Spectacular. Claude Giroux has handed 2 of the 3 Flyer goals. And they beat Detroit 3-2, keeping the Red Wings winless here in Philadelphia in regular season play since 1997.
Well, our Bud Light player of the game, we're going to go with the guy that provided offense. Could easily have been Ilya Brizgalov as the wall in goal, but Claude Giroux with a highlight reel goal on a breakaway. And then an assist because of his effort shorthanded that was finished off by Max Talbot, our Bud Light player of the game. Number 28 for the Flyers, Claude Giroux.
Brizgalov faced 37 shots in the last 2 periods. Max Talbot had a hand in this win as well, and he is downstairs with Coates.
Max, first of all, we got to talk about you lose 2 players, the caliber of Yager and Voracek, and you guys come up huge and holding on to a lead against a very good Detroit Red Wings team. What was the big reason?
Well, I think it's the story of a season. You know, we keep battling. Yes, we've been hit by injuries, but I think a lot of guys have been stepping up. Tonight, once again, for 2 games in a row, I think Brizg has been really good in that, and it's a big difference for us.
I might be going on a limb here, but I think you like playing against this Detroit Red Wings team. You've had a lot of success. Do you ever find that you have better success against teams like this? Because obviously you had that Stanley Cup winner again a goal again tonight.
Yeah, well, I don't know the reason why, but obviously, you know, it's a team that I like to play against, and it shows on the scoreboard. But, you know, a lot of credit to the guys tonight, and it was definitely a fun game to play.
Talk about the goal, because Drew does a great job of getting the puck, but then all of a sudden the 2 of you had an outstanding opportunity coming the other way.
Yeah, well, with G, that's what's going to happen. You know, yes, he's a good defensive player, but when he gets pucks like that, he's going to bring it to the net. And I kind of hold on a little bit back because I saw the 2 guys going on him, and the goalie gave me a good rebound, and I didn't want to miss.
Can you imagine now you're going to be going into the locker room? You've got 18 goals this year. What's different about Max Talbot this year?
I don't know, but I like it.
And so does everybody here in Philly. Max, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Should be back to you.
Don't make him overanalyze the situation, Coates. Max Talbot, another strong performance. The Flyers trying to build a winning streak here late in the season. They're on their way 3 in a row with a 3-2 victory here over Detroit. Tonight's Flyers-Red Wings game was brought to you by your local Tri-State Toyota dealers. Go Flyers, go Toyota. Moving forward. By Bud Light, the sure side of a good time. Here we go. By Wells Fargo, when you're considering buying your first home, Wells Fargo is with you. Wells Fargo, together we go far. And by Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you. Flyers are back in action on Thursday night, and again they are on home ice. The Florida Panthers are in town. The team's battling for that Southeast Division championship. Flyers, of course, hoping that they can continue to play well as they head toward the postseason. It's the Flyers and the Panthers from South Philadelphia. Coverage beginning with Flyers pregame live at 6:30. Opening faceoff just after 7 o'clock, all on Comcast Sportsnet in high definition where available. And the Flyers try to make it 4 straight wins on Thursday night. Here tonight, Mark Howe honored before the game is number 2, retired. And then the Flyers went to work against the Red Wings. They come up with a win. They've now won 7 straight here in Philadelphia, the regular season against the Wings. Stretch covering almost 50 years. For the entire crew, as well as my partners, Bill Clement and Steve Coates, I'm Jim Jackson. Good evening, Wells Fargo Center. Thank you for watching Philadelphia Flyers hockey on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group. Flyers postgame live is next.